Hey, we're up.
We're up. And
Give
we're
me a
up
second
and
to
we're
get over
up
to my
and we're
microphone.
up.
We're up in more than ways than one.
Is the lighting good?
Oh,
Or no?
Damn, look at that background.
it's so
Oh,
gay! I am glad it's gay enough for you guys.
I look horrible. Why did I do this?
Oh.
It's definitely gay enough. I love it. I just don't think I have any right to say it.
We're so excited for our one shot tonight. We have an amazing guest DM with us, Tyler Willison.
Two Tylers are better than one.
Leading us through the world of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. We'll introduce our characters and give a quick rundown of the system. So whether you're a seasoned sword lesbian or new to the game, you're in the right place. Expect drama, duels, longing gazes, and so many feelings. Let's go!
Once again, I would like to remind you. Next Tuesday, July 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be doing our Destined Rivals ETB giveaway for reaching 100 subscribers on YouTube. Tune in to find out how to enter and get your hands on that sweet Pokemon.
If we get 100 more, I'll read DeAndre's graphic novel
A relationship
between me and Jordan. So tell your friends to like.
Tell your friends to subscribe. It just keeps getting juicier and juicier.
And I'll do it by a
interpretive dance.
Yeah, no. The fireplace, and I'll be. We'll make it very fancy and fun.
Fireside chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you hand me my character sheet that I left up? All right. If you guys are vibing with us, make sure to follow us on all of our socials and tell your friends, your game group, your neighbor with the cool dice collection. Every share helps us grow this chaotic little community. Keep up, blah, 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 helps keep us doing what we love.
Blah, blah,
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I do that cool blah, blah, blah.
Yes, and also don't forget to come back Monday, the 15th. At 6 p.m. In July for part 2 of episode 7. This is getting really confusing because 2, 7, I have to remember it all. The story is getting pretty crazy. I will say part 2 was a little intense compared to part 1. So please come on.
And as we kick off tonight's game, we want to wish everyone a happy end to Pride Month. Whether you're out and proud or still finding your path, we see you and we're glad you're here. Thanks for celebrating with us. We hope to send Pride out with a bang.
Don't forget to stay gay.
And with that, we also want to announce, surprise, surprise, it's Tyler Willison's birthday week.
Whoa! Happy birthday.
Hey, that wasn't in the notes.
What day is that?
So make sure if you're watching, make sure if you're watching to wish Tyler an early happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Tyler!
1 year closer to 30.
1 year closer to the foot in the grave.
Don't sound so excited about it.
No, as I told B, once you hit 30, it's fine. It's the anticipation leading up to 30. That's the worst part.
You're right.
You
It's
30?
31 where it gets
Yeah.
real
The
bad.
entire time I was 29, it was fucking horrendous. As soon as I hit 30, I was like, oh my.
Need some
All right,
breakfast.
so with that, I will turn it over to Tyler to introduce himself and walk us through the Thirsty Sword Lesbian system.
Right. Hey, my name's Tyler. I started RPGs about 4 years ago now. I started off in the Star Wars 5e game.
Nice.
Since then, I've mostly become a DM. I have an ongoing campaign of Cyberpunk. I've also a DM for Alien, Monster Hearts, an upcoming game of Pirate Borg in July.
At Doki Dokon, if you're going.
Yep, that'll be my first con game. Just like this is my first live stream game. So yeah.
Wait, so Star Wars was your first ever playing in something?
Yep.
Wow.
He just gives mechanics like they're.
Well, no, it's great
Jump
that
up.
he went from that and immediately was like, I'm gonna do more. That's cool. That's awesome.
And today, of course, we're going to be playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians, Advanced Lovers and Lesbians. This is a powered by the apocalypse system, so it's very fiction forward. You have 2 basic mechanics. 1. Every roll will be made when a character takes a narrative action that matches with one of their moves in their playbook for their class. And when you do match your move, you roll 2d6 dice and add one of your stats. The way it kind of works is 6 or under, narrative control goes to somebody else. Usually that will be me. 7 to 9 is a mixed success where you kind of get what you want, maybe not. Then a 10 plus is a full success where you get a lot more options of what to do. Also, second main mechanic is going to be something called tart strings. That's sort of a judge of your connection with other characters. So the way it kind of works is if you have a string on another character, you can spend that string to either get a +1 to your roll, or you can subtract 1 from their roll.
Chaos.
In general, Thirsty Sword Lesbians is a game all about being campy and queer, fighting for justice and liberation, while blades clash and hearts melt.
Oh.
So, without further ado, we will get started. So, our game today is going to take place in a frontier land called Calantha. It is a gray, rocky, very rainy mining region on the northwest edge of the Eternal Empire. The Eternal Emperor himself is old, but still young, and has ruled for about 1,000 years. They say that he keeps himself alive by draining the color and warmth from life.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Something like this.
He's also a human supremacist. In his empire, elves, dwarves, animal folk all live as second-class citizens. In Calantha, they mostly mine precious metals, stone, gems, send it back to his capital in exchange for other goods from more hospitable lands. Because it is so far from the capital, it's so dependent on trade, Calantha is a hotbed for rebels, raiders, outcasts, and other mischievous sorts mingling amongst the working class population, ruled by the wealthy Baron Nefarious, sort of a middleman between the local population and the Emperor, and has made himself rich in the process. However, the Emperor is unsatisfied with the way he's been handling things and has sent in some of his finest warriors from the Imperial Sisterhood to quash any rebellion. These women are beautiful, powerful, and mysterious, trained from a young age to be the greatest fighters in the Empire. Without further ado,
We are the chosen.
I think we will start by introducing one of our sword lesbians. I think we will start with Lark Thistlefoot.
That's me. My character is, as was said, Lork Thistlefoot. She is a nature witch. She's very awkward, but very, very bubbly. They go by she, they, and the only friend she's ever known were plants and animals. And it's time to make new friends.
So, what is it that has brought Lark to this rather inhospitable land she's traveled to?
The inhospitality has started to reach her lands, and the plants are crying.
Okay, so you've traveled far afield from the Summer Isles, or maybe the Southlands.
Southlands.
All right then. So you are here in this this sort of middle class neighborhood. All the buildings here are made of gray stone, locally mined metal on all the fixtures. The wood also has sort of a gray coloring to it, used sparingly because they have to drag logs so far into this area. And of course, it is very dark, very rainy. Certainly a far cry from the sort of flowering fields you might be used to.
Yes.
Right now, we'll say that you are in this shopping square, sort of the central hub of this neighborhood. There's, market stalls, there's businesses, there's taverns, shops. You can hear blacksmiths banging away, merchants hawking their wares.
I am looking for anything colorful in this dreary corner.
All right. Well, you see the large burly man in this workman's outfit, leather hide, very dusty. He's like dusting himself off. He's like waving you over.
I awkwardly and slowly walk over to him.
Right. He's gonna stroke his beard a little bit. He's gonna say, "Well met, little lady. Haven't seen you around here before.
Yep.
What brings you to Calantha?"
The trees are crying.
Well, I think there's a lot of things here that might be crying, but I ain't never heard about no trees doing it.
Well, you're not listening hard enough.
Perhaps. He's gonna stroke his beard, kind of look you up and down a little bit, and he's gonna be like, "Let me guess. You just got off one of the delivery boats?"
Something like that.
Mysterious.
Ooh, mysterious.
Well, if you like plants, we could always use help growing something.
I love plants.
Good, good. A lot of people here.
Now make some trees.
Yes. So, a lot of people here. They got their own home gardens, try to support themselves. So, look around and maybe you'll find someone needing some help.
Would love to help with the plants. You guys need more of those.
Really do. But unfortunately, it seems like you've arrived at a bad time, friend.
Why is that?
Well, tensions have always been high here, but lately we've had the imperial boot on our neck more than just a little bit.
What's got their boot on your neck?
It's an expression, ma'am. You're really not from around here, are you? Well,
Is that painful?
yes, actually.
He knows.
He's gonna try to like rub his neck. You hear like pop loudly.
I'm like, oh, I am so sorry.
We've got a crop of the Imperial's attack dogs showed up just last week.
They grow dogs.
They're not actually dogs, ma'am.
Oh, okay, because I've never heard of that.
You'll recognize them when you see them.
Okay.
Feel free to have a look around my store for a little bit. See if anything catches your eye.
Well, what do you sell?
Oh, I've got gems. I've got I've got some basic jewelry. I've got wrought iron rings. I've got a little bit of gold. Everything I can get out under the nose of that damn Baron.
Well, I guess I'll give it a look. See.
Well, have a look around. Come on in. And with that, maybe we'll introduce one of our other locals. Probably around this time as you're sneaking into this building. From down the block, you hear some boots marching, some armor rattling, and we will swing our camera over to our friend, the Chosen.
Oh, I am the chosen.
Wolf would howl there.
I am the chosen of the sisters, and I am out making sure that nobody is up to any riffraff. And my skills are very impressive. The chosen just goes as chosen. A katana, that is their blade, and their katana's blade's name is Shadow. And I am based off of mysterious. I'm so very mysterious. And it is based off of the Smosh character, The Chosen. I would say that I'm trying to lead the charge, even though maybe they're not letting me.
I will say that you probably look horribly out of place with the rest of your sisters.
Yes.
They're all in like Western European like armor and like broadswords, and you're here in like
A t-shirt.
a t-shirt
It's
and
very important
and a
to
katana.
establish dominance.
Yep. But some of these other ones that you have with you, they're kind of looking around. They're all a little bit older than you. You probably just finished training. This is your first real assignment.
But I'm still the strongest of the systems.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
You have one traveling with you. We'll call her Sister Victoria. She's like one of your mentors. And she is just
Points out all things Josh.
she is built like a house. She's like power lifter build. Like everyone else has like pauldrons and like gauntlets, and she's just bare armed. She's got like this huge like two-handed sway hander over her shoulder.
Her guardianship over me is purely procedural. I do not need anybody to protect me.
All the rest of them, because it's like so wet and rainy here, they've sort of covered themselves up with like these hooded cloaks that the locals have made for them that keep the rain off. This is just spitting down rain all the time here. And of course, you are probably just letting yourself get
Of course, I can't wear a hood. Then my peripheral will be. You have to stay aware at all times.
So another one of them, we'll call her Sister Stella. She's a little bit closer to your age. She's far, far more experienced. She's got like this vibrant red armor underneath her cloak. She's gonna look around, sort of spy the crowd. She's gonna be like, all right, just remember, we're here to see and be seen. You know, we're the good guys, right?
Of course we are.
Don't do anything foolish.
I never do anything to show.
Says the good guys.
Is meant right.
Just keep your wits about you. If you see any riffraff, you know what to do.
I'm always alert.
As expected of the Emperor's blades. So that she'll like give you like a salute.
And I go right back.
And they'll like split off, kind of go their own way, looking very mysterious.
And I am on the lookout, very intensely looking, because I want to be the first one to catch any riffraff. I will be the one to handle any issues today.
Okay. And probably somewhere across town, we have our friend, our hollow goddess.
All right, so I am Foe, pronounced Foe.
Well, show.
For show. How do you spell that?
PHO.
I was hoping it was FOE.
I was once a poet in a land far, far away in a time long, long ago. And then I became a goddess.
I hope that for you.
Hot.
So,
When I died, they placed my body into a machine, and I was frozen for quite some time. I've only just awakened not too long ago, but I've tried to explore as much of the world as I can. And Foe goes by the pronoun she, they. And they are very awkward, but very bubbly. So a personality that seems kind of splintered in terms of how they look. She is I guess the easiest way is like a J-pop idol, more specifically like anime character.
Mhm.
The character who I based her on in terms of looks was forgetting her name, the main character, Perfect Blue. Um, and so she has a very deceptive appearance. It seems to be locked in that state of like idle, but you see some glitches in her, and you can't quite tell what they are.
Alright. What is your relationship with this community here? How long have you been hanging out here?
Uh, Probably not too long because again, I think as an idol, she definitely wants to explore and she wants to see all of her door things.
Okay. Um, Tell me this. Does a foe have to eat, drink, anything like that, or is she just purely machine?
Early mission.
Okay. Okay.
She still does eat. She remembers her time before, but it's not really for sustenance.
Okay. So is she like able to taste the food or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So she gets something out of it. All right then. We'll say that you are probably hanging out one of these taverns that's sort of around this central square. They've got like some outdoor seating around one of the balconies. And from inside, you can hear like the pluck of an amateur lyre player, string instrument sort of thing, coming from the back. There's people here drinking their ale, eating their bread. And some of these people are kind of grumbling a little bit. Like shipments get worse all the time. Baron's taking all of our product. We're not getting what we need.
No one asked, and I approached the player
Uh,
and I snatch his weapon or his instrument
yeah,
out of his hands
yeah.
and just start playing. Even though I've never played this before ever in my life.
So he's gonna like his stool like kind of rocks back and forth with like the force of you snatching out of it. He's gonna be like, "Hey, what do you think you're doing?
We need to get the party started. What is this?
This is a local favorite."
It should be an unfan.
Who do you think you are, judging people's taste in music?
I am foe. Look at all my adoring fans. And she just points at everyone waiting for some kind of applause.
Like there's people in like some of these wooden booths that at the table and they just kind of like look around at each other a little bit.
Foe, PHO.
And then from the back you hear like muffled, "Oh my God, it's Faux!"
Yes, it is.
And you see like these pink arms like sticking up from the back of the crowd, like, "You."
I have to play for my adoring crowd.
And this guy whose lyre you take in is like, "We don't play music for outsiders here."
Now you do. Can I fish on that?
He's like stumbling. He's like, "Hey, what do you think you're doing?"
In the stage, of course. For you to leave.
This is where I belong. And he's gonna be like, "All right, if you're so good, why don't you show us what you got then?"
Get your ass off the stage.
And he's gonna be like,
Where's this in the campaign, damn it?
and he's all right, show us what you got then.
All right, so like I said, I've never played a single instrument ever. She's mainly a singer
Uh-huh.
and formerly a poet, so she's used to song. So I will try my best to sing on this instrument I've never played before.
Give him the Bob Dylan special. It's just the horrible voice.
We'll go for it.
So amazing lyrics. All right. So yeah, go ahead and how about we call this the first roll of the game? We'll call this Defy Disaster. And I think we will do this with heart.
Ooh, not only negative.
That's apparent.
That is a 5.
Okay, yeah, so these folks aren't impressed with your their kind of glitchy fingers strumming over this well-used instrument. Um they're not too sure about these lyrics. So these folks are not too impressed.
They just don't understand avant-garde.
And like they're all kind of like grumbling, like plugging their ears.
Okay, but wait.
It
How
gets
about
better.
this? And I play another song.
Okay.
So for a failure, you get experience.
Yes, you can mark one experience for failing the roll.
Something out of it.
And so, as you play the second song from the back, you hear this same girl call out, "I love you, Fo."
Thank you, darling.
You hear her like pushing through the crowd towards the front, and it's like this pink tiefling with these huge like curved horns, and she's like heart eyes, like watching you from the front.
I'll give you a signature ring.
And she's like starts to melt. But I think we will move to the back of this place, and we will meet our friend, Scarlet.
Oh boy, yeah, Scarlet. She is kind of a tall, poised, and dangerous woman. She's probably in the back, just like against the
glass of water, what she is.
She's probably leaning against the wall, hiding half of her face, her shame that she carries.
So literally the opposite of what Tyler is.
Um, she came here after being the right hand of a tyrant. Um, her sword used to silence rebellions in quiet rooms, but when she was betrayed, she turned on the regime, and not everyone believes her. But she is now traveling with her blade still sharp, trying to fight injustice in her own way.
And how long have you been around, Samantha?
What would you think would be a good amount of time that she'd probably have been here? She's probably been stalking out the area for at least a few months, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe still newer to the area.
You think she's still kind of an outsider, or do you think she's kind of...
Oh, for sure. People don't know her, and she comes off as very well. She might get mistaken as one of the Imperial Sisters. Honestly, she kind of probably looks more the part than the Chosen.
Okay, okay.
She definitely has black hair, a scarlet red eye, and she's wearing like hints of scarlet under like black steel armor.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I told you it's all a glass of water. She's hot.
If we could have had it in the thing so you could see it, it'd be great. But and I guess if she is she in this bar? This
Yeah, you're
tavern?
like hanging out in the back.
I think she would be like. She probably would like then come off the wall, and then you would probably start to see the obsidian mask, half mask that she wears that covers half of her face.
Okay, sort of like sliding out of the shadows in a very
Yeah.
cinematic sort of way.
Yeah, she is very dramatic for sure. And she would probably start walking up to the front and just push the one fangirl out of the way
Uh-huh.
and just stand there staring at this person playing horrible music, waiting for the right time.
All right, so this tiefling girl kind of huff a little bit, like cross her arms, but like go like back to immediately fangirling over foe.
And I'd be like, "Can you excuse me? Is it Foe?
PHO.
Can I ask you about? Do you happen to have any sisters? Fee, Fi, Foe?
Maybe we should let the comedian take the lead.
I would probably do better than you, darling."
Whatever you say, fam. And she walks over to you, and she's like, "Would you like an autograph?" Actually, I don't see any paper. She grabs your arm and starts to write her signature.
Oh,
Get signed, pussy.
Crazy.
I think she'd just be an awe. She'd be definitely, she'd be like, "Don't worry, I'm going to sign you myself," and pulls out her sword.
Oh,
Oh,
It's escalated quickly.
Well, she'll say, looks like we got some trouble here.
I think then she would like as she did that. That's her old self kind of coming out, and she's just like puts away her sword and walks towards the bar to then get a drink.
They always run away.
Turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek.
Alright.
As she rubs her lips.
Alright. So as you walk back, there's someone here leaning up against the bar, kind of eyeballing you. There's this other woman. She's got like these heavy leathers on, armor, like some boots, some gauntlets. Very like homespun. Looks like a local. Very like messy hair.
Oh, okay.
Looks kind of like weathered. Very tough though. So like, I've seen that blade before.
Oh. Well, it was a gift from someone.
Mm-hmm. If you are who I think you are, I know what that blade can do.
Are you asking for me to do something for you?
Not just for me.
We probably should talk somewhere quiet.
Come by the mines later. I have some people who might be interested in meeting you.
I'll be there. And she'll just take someone else's drink, drink it down.
Like the other person's gonna like reach for it, but not gonna know where it's at.
And then she'll just kind of still be watching. She's just kind of watching from the bar and enjoying herself.
Yeah. But this other mysterious woman is going to push through the crowd. You notice that other people kind of part for her as she kind of moves out.
Okay.
And like give her a look and kind of move aside. She pulls her jacket around herself and heads out. Around this same time, I think we will move to our friend, the Spooky Witch.
The spooky witch.
Where in this little town center is our Spooky Witch hanging out?
She's probably in the market looking for some like herbs and some components.
Okay.
She very rarely comes out of her hole, so
She kind of lives on like the outskirts of town, maybe. All right.
in a very creepy house. Very creepy.
Okay.
Her name is Velastra Dusklord.
Mhm.
She is hot as hell.
Of course.
Can confirm.
She always wears like this very like distant demeanor, like you wouldn't really consider her approachable. Um, Always wearing darker than black clothes, and always carrying with her a very eldritch looking sword.
Okay. Okay. And then, is there anything she's done in the past that would make the townsfolk fear her, or is it just her vibe?
Should I just name one instance? Or...
List your crimes.
Let's be real. If she was from other countries, would consider her a warrior. Put it that way.
She into like necromancy.
She doesn't really fuck with the dead too much. It's more along the lines of manipulation tactics.
I see. I see.
How can I get what I want?
Very, very dangerous.
Very, very dark aesthetic. Not to say that she's not necessarily unknown to the people.
Mm-hmm.
They know who she is. And very similar to what just happened, the crowds usually part for her.
Okay. Okay.
She's been around for quite a while.
Okay. Is your dark magic well known though, or is it sort of like low key?
It's more low key. She'll talk with her blade before she resorts to using her magic in the open.
Okay. So as you're kind of hanging out, you probably see like there's some kid with their parents here, and they like point you out, like if they're interested to see you, and they're like, "Who's that weird lady, mommy?" And the mom's like, "Don't point, it's rude, kid."
As I'm walking by, I'll like stop, turn my head and look at the kid, and flinch at him.
He like stumble back and like collapse, and like the mom like pulls him back, is like wide eyed.
And just continue on to the next stall and the next stall, and
Okay,
kind of get my ingredients for
looking for like some bones, anything spooky
bones,
like
herbs.
some
You know,
pretty
need
dark.
a new colander. Or
Okay.
colander. Wow, cauldron. Need a new cauldron.
Hey,
Okay.
calendars too. You know, witches do
True.
lots of ingredients
True.
in that combination.
Can I get her name again? Like spelling.
Velastra. Velastra. Dusk lure. Spelled how it sounds.
As you're shopping at one of these places, this guy who brings out like different minerals that you use in your spells, maybe from down in the mines. He's gonna kind of look at you. He's gonna kind of shrug his shoulders and gonna be like, "Sorry, lady. Some of these powders that you like to use, her good friend Frida is holding some back for one of her special projects."
Tell Frida to go fuck herself and get me my fucking notes.
Hey, don't talk about Frida like that.
Fuck Frida.
You won't be saying that in a few days, friend.
Explain yourself, peasant.
Maybe if you hung out around town a little bit more, you'd already know what I'm talking about.
You really think this town can get even more dark and gloomy than it already is?
He's gonna shake his head. He's gonna be like, I have no idea what we've got planned.
Who's we?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, damn.
And he's just gonna say, all I'm gonna say is, you better watch yourself around town with these sisters stomping around. They don't take kindly to dark magic like yours.
I'm gonna pick up some of the minerals that he has there, and I'm gonna like put them in my hand like this, and like spark some magic between my fingers outwardly towards him.
What does your magic look like? What color is it?
It's pitch black.
Okay.
It's very smoky.
Spooky witch.
All right.
It's pitch black and smoky.
You kind of got like the Scarlet Witch, like black fingers.
Yeah.
Going all the way up your arm.
And I'll like flash my eyes red at him.
Okay.
And I'll say, "Get me my fucking minerals."
All right. He's gonna like, all right, I'll see if I can grab some tonight. Just relax. I might have some for you tomorrow.
Very well. Do you have graveyard dirt?
Yes, I have graveyard dirt. It's in the back. Let me go dig it out. You like
It's because it's a graveyard. Hey, when you need some graveyard dirt, it's the way to do it, right?
and he comes back out with this jar of like very wet dirt. It's like very dark brown. It's got like worms squirming around in it. Like sets this heavy jar like down in front of you. Usual price.
I think I'll just take this for my troubles. Put it in a bag.
I'm gonna expect some of it back when I give you what you're looking for.
We'll see. And I walk to the next town.
All right. Okay.
Just robbing folks. Damn.
Don't give me what I want. I guess it's mine.
Where are the sisters when you need them?
Joke's on you. I am one of the sisters.
Are you?
Are you?
I don't think so.
As you ask, where's
Just
some
not
of the
very
sisters? There's a chosen like in an alley going. Stop there. I'm the chosen.
I am the chosen.
And just
I
like
am-
practicing.
It's a reflection of a puddle.
Yeah.
you're in like a back alley, like doing poses where no one can see.
Do I see this very brightly colored person?
Sure. Yeah, you guys are probably coming out of the stalls at the same time. In fact, maybe you almost bump right into each other.
I just kind of look down at you. You might have something I need. I need something fresher than what they have to offer. Do you have any fresh lilacs?
Oh, I might. Let me look at my bag.
The like quadruple take.
Skip.
Yeah, she's like a very big, dark woman. She's very spooky.
They're not exactly fresh.
Probably
What?
fresher than anything I have here. Would you be willing to sell them?
Oh yeah, what do you got?
Graveyard nerd.
I'm a jarder. No, I'll pull out this a seed. It's a very big seed. I have that to offer.
Here you go. What is it?
I have no idea.
A seed.
I have no idea.
What is
One sunflower seed.
No, it's probably like
Strings.
I know.
closer to a bulb than a
So
seed.
you
Hey.
gain strings from certain
Yeah.
moves, and then you can spin them.
But you have to do a move.
Well, you can do things like
You can also use a string to influence somebody
Yep,
to do
you
what
can
you want.
figure out a person to like entice them to. Yeah,
So like that interaction.
you could
Would-
roll hard if
would-
you want.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could say you could try to entice her if you feel like the outcome would be uncertain.
But when you use a string, it's an automatic success.
And it gives you a +1 to the roll.
And
think
I
it's
had a
when you
feeling
do,
that
like,
she was going to be very
advancements,
willing.
Like if you get smitten and stuff like that.
I'll look at you and I'll say, "Do you have any other fresh herbs?"
Oh well, I always have something on
Yeah.
me.
See, you can clear all but one of your strings.
I don't know if you can tell, but I know what to do.
I could tell. Interesting. Then I'll walk away.
Cute.
All right. So around the same time,
In the alley.
while the chosen is here, totally not doing her job at all.
Absolutely not doing a good job. No.
Yeah. One of these other local kids looks like a little bit of a street urchin. Is gonna come up to you, and you notice that he's got like some pointed ears. You know, he's got like elf ears. And he's gonna come up to you, and he's got like one of these gray cloaks. And he's gonna like tug at you and like offer it to you. And if he like gives you like really big, like sad eyes, he's gonna hold it out again, and he's gonna like stammer out a response like, I thought that maybe since it's so wet, keep this keep you dry. He's like shuffle his feet a little bit. He's like embarrassed. Because like
He
to
is
him,
also
your
the
mom
chosen.
to him, you're like a celebrity.
Yeah. This is a kind offer for the chosen. I appreciate it. And I'll take the cloak and I'll swing it around.
Okay. And what he's gonna like watch you like put it on, and like as you do, his like elven father is gonna come out and he's gonna like grab him by the arm. He's gonna be like very apologetic and like kowtowing, and he's like, "Oh, please excuse my child sister.
Child has done well.
He didn't mean any harm." He's like blubbering because he knows that like he's like so far below you.
Yes. He has offered an offering that is worthy. Thank you.
Just gonna like bow really deeply. He's got like his head like all the way down on like the concrete.
And I just like try to stand taller, even though I'm not tall at all.
You're probably like barely like 5 feet or
Yes,
something.
I'm so short. I literally look like a high schooler just got out of high school, very short, not buff at all. Like, but I am the chosen.
Oh lord. So yeah, they're gonna walk away, and from like next to you, you finally notice this older woman. She's like scrubbing the side of one of these buildings, maybe doing like the crown a little bit, try to, clean up her workspace a little bit. She's like looking at you, she's gonna roll her eyes a little bit. She goes back to her work.
Is there a problem?
And she's gonna say, I could have been like you once.
But you're not. You are scrubbing a building.
And she's like, about 30 years ago, they came to recruit from Calantha. Only other time you sisters have ever been here.
That sounds like your.
So I was on the way to a train at the Capitol. I could have been just like you.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Till I caught an arrow to the knee. I was in an Avenger once. Till I caught an arrow to the knee.
She's gonna be like, just remember, maybe you're not all that you think you are.
Just remember, you have been graced by the chosen. And then I walk away like very.
Like flip your cape, and like it doesn't quite work. It like catches on your
Catches
arm.
on.
I wish I was seeing this.
And I'm gonna head probably towards probably the bar that they're at,
Okay,
even though I'm not old enough to drink.
But that's
it doesn't matter. You can break all
I
the
can,
rules.
I can do what I want. I'm a sister. Of,
You-
yes. I am the chosen.
I probably would also go to the bar.
Okay,
I use a lot of their spirits in my work.
sure. All right. So you get to the bar and you see this bit of ruckus. People are grumbling about foe a little bit.
I'm just enjoying myself to this disaster.
I go up to like the biggest person there, and I'm like, "What seems to be the problem here?" Very obviously, like putting my sigil as a sister, like forward.
Hey, no problem. We're all just having a good time here, right? Everyone's gonna try to like grumble and like not make eye contact.
I do not like it when people lie to me.
Can I like so like to roll like to figure out a person? Would
Mhm.
this be like something like to figure out? Because would I even know what the Imperial Sisters are really?
Probably they're like
Okay.
empire wide.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Well then I'm just kind of watching like over the way.
sure. Yeah, you've probably encountered some in your past as well.
None like this.
None like
Yeah,
this.
none like this at all. Usually they're somewhat more approachable than this because they're like expected to live in these places.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, then I'll just turn to the bar, try to not make any contact whatsoever, or look like I'm even offering contact.
Yep. So the barkeep who's like scrubbing the bar and like pouring drinks is gonna be like, I think it's kind of ridiculous that they've sent 4 of these sisters here. Town this size, it's usually 1, maybe 2. Sending this many, it's nothing but intimidation.
Now, is there a way I can try and listen and try and see if I can hear what he's saying?
We'll call that figure out a person.
Can
Dad!
I use yours?
Dad's here, by the way.
Welcome to the chat.
Hi, Dad.
Wait, look, cute pie.
I can start.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look at him like not respond to his question and go, "You missed a spot."
Figure out a person that is lit.
It should be wit. Yes.
Hey, that's real good. 11.
Cool.
All right.
That's a. Isn't that a? What's it called?
Yeah, that is a upbeat, so a
An
full
upbeat.
success. So you can ask 2 of those questions that are listed there under figure out a person.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
So.
Does he like me?
I'm losing it. Figure out. Okay.
Hello, Dave. Whoever Dave is.
My dad.
Oh, I
Our
don't know.
number one supporter.
Our number one supporter
You
is in the
understand?
chat
I
every single
never
stream.
look at this thing.
I want to
Okay.
understand fully his feelings towards the leader,
Okay.
and I also want to know what his hopes are to get from, I guess, from his hatred of the Empire.
Okay. So you catch the vibe that this guy is a rebel sympathizer.
Oh,
He does not want your ilk here at all.
gotcha. Okay, so with that, I will absolutely storm up to the bar
Mhm.
and I will sit down raucously.
Okay. Yeah, your like boots are like clanging across the floor. People are like parting like a sea when they see you coming,
Yes.
and the bar like goes quiet as your chair like sinks down.
I
into
was
the
like, I
weight of your-
jump up onto the chair
Right.
because I'm so small. I'm like,
Right.
and then I don't like slam my hands down, but I like put my hands down, like
Uh-huh.
demanding attention where I am.
He's gonna be like, can I help you?
I think you should put some respect on the sister's name.
What did you ever do for us?
We have kept everybody safe here.
You just showed up a week ago.
I don't think you understand what safe is.
Who are you?
No one important to you. I think. Are you even old enough to be in here?
I am a sister of the what is it called? The sister of the
An eternal empire.
I am a sister of the Eternal Empire. I am allowed everywhere the Empire reaches, including this bar.
Sounds like a poor excuse for you to just go do what you want.
It's not a poor excuse, it's a good one.
No, not really.
Am I here?
For now,
Are you going to do something about it?
I just might.
I imagine my protector couldn't have been far behind me, right, Victoria? The person who's
Yeah.
supposed to be keeping an eye on me.
Right.
I thought the other two went two different ways
Well,
from you.
Well,
there's a couple of them.
yeah,
They all
okay.
kind of split up.
yeah.
You
So
know,
there's-
she's not too far.
and I am supposed to be supervised.
They were watching you in the alley strike your poses.
I was
I probably
confused.
broke away just to do that for a second.
Okay.
um.
Well, if there would have been two of them, I don't think I would have.
Well, she wasn't
Maybe.
near me.
No, she's like
Nice.
she's like lingering,
Yeah.
not like right up in the bar.
And she looks very different from me. And if you don't really,
I mean, I would know who they are.
Yeah, you know what they look like.
Yeah, we do have a sigil, I assume, that
Mhm,
shows that we
mhm.
are sisters. So yeah, I just kind of I realized as I'm barking like a chihuahua, I'm like, oh, is Victoria around? Just do a quick glance to see.
Yep.
She's sitting right behind you.
She's like standing.
Figure this person out.
Yeah, go ahead. And you see that he's like standing in the doorway, like taking up the entire door frame.
Oh no.
So that is a 7.
Okay. So you can ask 2 questions about the chosen, and they can ask 1 more about you.
Okay. Let's see.
Does it have to be from that list, or can we just ask any question?
Oh, yeah, it should be from that list.
What would be a way I could get them to like oh man, what yeah, I didn't even actually expect to. Let's see. Oh, I guess wait, there's an in the scene as well. Oh. No. How is there like do I feel like there's a way I could get them to like go alone with me somewhere? Like is that
You
me
can
asking
ask me.
that?
You
Yes.
ask me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're asking her.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. She is very much a heroic type of person. So if you would like to propose a one-on-one duel, oh, for sure, for sure.
And how would they feel if I took my glove and did offer to duel them by slapping them in the face with my glove?
Oh, they would not. No, there's no way. There's no way they would allow that to happen. She probably like I can't even imagine. She would probably like lose it like a toddler, like tantrum, and it probably would affect everybody in the bar, not just you.
Okay. And then you can ask them
Because
a
yes,
question.
my question is, what are your feelings towards the Empire?
They do not like they're trying to redeem themselves, so they see another tyranny that needs to be brought down.
Gotcha.
All right, so you're gonna.
Yeah, so because I don't want to make it affect other people. So I will she would be like, well, if you want to prove how great your empire is, meet me at the mines by yourself at midnight. And we will duel.
the chosen never turns down a challenge.
Very well.
I like to think that I'm walking into the bar at this point.
Okay. Yep. You see Victoria standing in the door, and she's like huge, so you gotta have to like squeeze past her a little bit.
I'm not necessarily small myself.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm probably like, I'm pretty tall for a woman. I'm
Yeah.
probably like 6'2",
Yeah.
6'2".
So you're tall and she's wide.
I'd probably be like, excuse me.
And she'll kind of like look you up and down and like do this like the bodybuilder thing where their arms like can't go down all the way, and she'll like turn around like off.
And I'll walk through. Just, I won't even turn to the side. I'll just walk right through.
Okay. Yep.
If I end up shoulder checking her, I do, but I don't care.
Yeah, she'll kind of like glare at you a little bit as you do. She'll like brush off shoulder.
And I like to think that my presence in the bar is kind of disturbing to the patrons.
Yeah. Everyone's gazes are kind of like going back and forth, like trying to
Between
figure out.
Flo and the chosen. And
Yeah, trying to figure out what the hell is going on in our neighborhood right now.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, sorry to
no,
interrupt.
you're fine.
I would assume I'm still on stage, like talking to my touring fan.
Oh yeah, you've got this pink tiefling. He's like all over top of you. She's like yapping about how she's translated all your poems.
Need a drink.
Hello.
And oh no,
No. Stay. Please.
No, please stay.
snap my finger and make an exact copy of himself.
Okay.
So it says I have to roll. Doesn't have any stats attached to it, so it's just straight.
Sure. Was it a roll plus nothing?
Yeah, it doesn't say it.
What's magic like in this world? Is this something that would like be like terrifying to most people?
the Empire's against it, right?
Oh,
Sisters are meant
This game is very camp, so you can basically do whatever you want.
That's very cool. Interesting.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, it just tells you based on the roll, like if it has any bugs or glitches.
Okay.
Roll.
Sure. Yep. Go ahead.
10. No bugs, and the hologram is extra sparkling.
Ooh. Yep. She gets like starry eyed, and she's like, "Now there's two of them. There's two of them."
My
And
sister.
Poe doesn't even pay attention to the copies. She's still looking at the tiefling. And she's just, languishing and the adoration she's laying on.
Okay. All right. So this other copy of you goes over to the bar while this situation is going on between the two of you.
And then the rest of the bar is just fucking silent because the fucking demon of the town walked in the door.
Everybody's like, we picked a bad day to go to the bar.
On a work night.
They gave me a seat, so I think I would have followed that.
Okay.
Just
So
like a little puppy. Puppy.
then you're feeling a little lost in here. You're probably pretty tiny, right?
Then I would probably say to you though after that is then maybe let's leave the town people alone for now, and then we can until after we have our duel.
I will continue to watch over the town and do my job.
Doesn't mean you have to harass them.
Have you suffered any harassment? I say to the girl.
Like all of them like say in unison, "No, sister."
The trees are crying.
I'm
And
sorry.
they're all gonna
Sounds like there's one. Well, does that mean you'll leave since one said so?
make like a tree and leave.
So good.
I would probably be like, make that 2. Why are you here? Why the fuck are you in my town again?
It's my town. And I turn
Says
to
who?
Victoria.
And she's just gonna like stand
Wait,
there.
isn't
like,
she outside though?
She's
She's
like
at the door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's gonna stand there like stoically to see how you play
So
this.
my thing says Wicked Pass. When I first hear of a villain for the first time, or I
Mhm.
see them, I can decide to know them from my past. Can I make Victoria someone that I know from my past?
Sure. Go ahead. How do you know her?
I think She was probably part of what got me like kicked out of the regime. She probably like was one of the people who was part of the betrayal.
Okay, she was like in on the schism.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it means I get automatically a +1 to our string.
Yep.
And then when I'm trying to figure them out, I get a +1 going forward.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so she'll like lock eyes with you and she'll like know you're here.
Mm.
And you and her both know what each other are capable of.
Yep. Don't want to do any of this right now.
You know that she like lays dudes out barehanded.
Yep. So I guess I'm gonna try to use a figure out person
Okay.
to see on Victoria, see what's about to go down. Well, it'd be a 6.
Okay. So it doesn't go well for you.
Yeah.
So that means that I get to make a move against you.
Oh boy.
So in fact, I'm going to use.
Oh, and I get experience stuff for
Yes, you
failing.
do. So specifically, I'm going to use the GM move. Remind you of your past misdeeds.
Oh boy.
So she is going to like loudly proclaim in front of everybody. Is this the kind of riffraff backstabber that you let into your community?
Funny that you're the one saying something about back stuff.
I'm gonna stab people in the front.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Oh wait. Oh, so actually, when figure out person during a physical oh, that's not physical
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
I was like, man, I still get one thing out of that, but no. Yeah, I think at this point, pushing Chosen away to keep like locked and making sure I have space just in case I need to defend myself.
All right, and Victoria will start moving towards you as you lay hands on the chosen.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say the chosen's not gonna take kindly to that. Can I
Yeah,
make a move?
Yeah, which one would you like to make?
Don't you know who I am?
Okay.
I don't.
I get to roll plus part.
I wish I had something called Don't You Know Who I Am?
It's part of my class because I
I
have
know.
insurance.
I know.
Well, that's a 6.
So it doesn't necessarily fail.
No, it does. That's a
Does it?
failure. 6
It's
is a
six.
failure.
Yep, six
It's
is a
seven.
failure.
7
Seven.
and 9.
7 to 9.
Fuck. I tried.
Okay. So you know what? I think I will make a move against the chosen as well.
Ooh.
Oh.
The chosen starts to go indignant like a toddler, and then this happens.
Don't you know who I am?
Is that what you say though? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So you will say that someone else at this bar perks up, and they're gonna be like, she kind of looks similar to this other woman who was here in this leather armor, although maybe a little bit more put together, not quite as down and dirty. And she's like, is this really the best that the Emperor can send us? Oof.
I'll look at the person and say, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but she'll kind of like give you like a knowing look, kind of saying like, meet me later.
How can I turn this against Victoria? I am going to look at the chosen and brush my hand against their face, and it's like, it's okay, you're just under the wrong tutelage.
Oh,
Try to-
entice.
Let's see it.
4.
Alright, so chosen, you get to decide what happens.
Yeah, I slap your hand away from me and I'm like, nobody touches the chosen without the chosen's permission.
I'm gonna. Could they
Save
say it
this
again?
the rest of it.
The one walking.
That's right, I failed. I have no heart.
I'm gonna like step in front of Victoria as she's making her way up there. I'm gonna say, "Love, let the children play."
She'll kind of like size you up a little bit. As a matter of fact, we're gonna call this Defy Disaster as well.
Oh, defy disaster. What's that?
Oof, that's a big move.
So
I
When you push your
would I say that
limits.
this is a? Would we say that this
are we gonna try to like
being
are
clever?
you gonna try to like be like elegant and graceful, or are you gonna try to like
I'm gonna try and
be
like be
charming?
clever.
Where's this
Okay.
defy disaster?
We'll call
It's
this
on
wit.
basic move reference.
Thank you. I like
It is
wit.
a whole section.
Oh, it's because I
Let
don't
me see
have.
if there's anything I can add to this.
It should be
Oh,
all
wait.
basic.
I was gonna say,
I do have.
Well,
You're right.
I'm gonna roll
Good job.
anyway. I'm good at wit, so
Tyler.
hopefully
Okay.
this goes
Remember
well.
to.
Well, yeah, but not when I'm talking about
I'm
what I
just
don't
making
know. They don't need to know I'm bad at this.
How did that wit roll go?
Not this well.
A 10.
Okay, all right. So yeah, you style on her a little bit. In fact, I will say that you get a strain on her. So put that in your.
Did I get experience from failing the?
Yes, whenever you fail, you get
You
experience.
said
I marked down
Victoria.
for my failure.
I have 2 of those now. Need more, baby.
And then where is it? I am gonna try and entice her to walk away with me.
Hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna invite her to a table in the corner. Why don't you come have a drink with me?
We can have you roll to entice.
Yes, please. The only
Alright, so
reason
she's open to what you're saying. She's not totally like shoved you out of the way yet.
talk nerdy to me. You may roll wit instead of heart to entice someone.
Okay. Let's see what you got here. Another 10. Wow. So she's like aware that this is like totally breaking like all of her
no.
training. She's like maybe just this once.
And I'll like look to the bar and I'll do one of these to the bartender
Mhm.
and gesture to where we're going, have them bring each drinks.
And
Okay.
as you guys walk by, the chosen just says, "Don't worry, Victoria. I'll take care of this."
Just gonna like look at you with like
I just over my head.
I'm definitely gonna take
what
advantage
is our
of this
friend
one.
Thistlefoot thinking of this whole situation?
She thinks the way that humans interact is very interesting.
Oh, so is she like a elf, like a druid, or
Or
Should I have a fairy?
she's also a human, but she doesn't
Spends
really
most
have
Oh, that's right. She's with plants.
experience with
okay,
humans.
okay.
Or whatever
So-
these
So you
these folk may be.
grew up in like calm isolation.
Yes.
Okay.
This is very chaotic to her.
Okay, so
As we're walking away, though, I am gonna look at you and gesture for you to follow us if you want.
and how about Foe? Has Foe had about enough, or is she still enjoying the evening?
Foe is definitely still enjoying every second of it, but Foe, if we remember, is a machine, so she's just as calculating as she is. So when she sends her second copy out, it's not just to get a drink; it's to check out what's happening.
Okay, all right. Is it gonna be like inside the bar? Is she gonna like wander around like outside a little bit?
Oh shit!
Okay, all
That's
right.
fine.
So yeah, some of these people are getting up and leaving. This place is getting a little bit too hot. Getting out of here, dropping their silver coins down on the table. Plus,
Oh, are they for me?
Starts taking.
Starts taking them.
Wow, busking is going really well.
Am I gathering that this is specifically at least that sort of argument that's happening is about the Imperial sisterhood?
Yes, that seems fairly obvious.
And how much do I know about the Imperial sisterhood?
So I think in the backstory that you sent me, they were part of your backstory, like you had been part of them for a little while.
I think I was there for a very small period.
Yeah, you got
I got kicked out.
you got kicked out for bad mouthing the Emperor. Which surprised that you're still alive after that.
But I mean, is everything she knows very surface level, or does she know like more?
You went like through some basic training, so you've got a little bit of indoctrination going on.
I just want to gather exactly how much information I know. So I
Okay.
have a skill of you have vast source of information, much of it accurate, some of it useful. If you can recall information relevant to a challenge before you roll secure.
Okay. We can have you roll figure out a person. Then we'll just say that they call the Empire person for the sake of this roll.
The +2 is 11.
Nice.
Okay. So you get the feeling that some people here like the Imperial presence, mostly the humans, because it makes them feel safe from these rebels and raiders that have been hanging out in Calantha. But pretty much anybody else hates their guts, hate being treated as like second-class citizens.
And that would presumably a lot of meat.
Possibly.
Like I feel like there's like a conflicted thing with her. Is that on one hand she is machine
Right.
and very noticeably machine, so there's that. But also she's famous, kind of a celebrity, so maybe she doesn't even think too hard about it in the first place.
Right. Okay. Cool. Sound good. Sounds good. So Thistlefoot, they're kind of hanging out maybe by like sort of outdoor covered area.
As I
With
was
these-
following behind them,
Yeah.
I'm like kind of touching
Uh-huh.
their robe or
Uh-huh.
whatever their outfit is because I'm like intrigued by how dark it is.
Okay, it's like Vanta black, like no light.
Darker than black.
You're very in tune with nature, right?
Yes.
Feels very similar to spider silk.
Starts cutting a piece off.
And I strike up a conversation about it. I'm like, is this spider silk? What kind of spiders have black silk? I've never seen this before.
Well, you can dye silk.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Granted, that's not what I did,
Well, then why would you say that?
because it's possible.
Well, did this come from us? Did a spider make black silk?
Yes.
It's cool.
It's not a spider of this world, sweetheart.
Oh, that's even cooler.
Okay. As you guys are walking, Thistlefoot, you'll actually hear a little bit of commotion coming from somewhere else in the city nearby. You hear like some yelling, and you hear this dude, he's like calling out, I missed! I missed! I only got her horse! He's coming! And they're like running, like, grab your armor, grab your armor!
Do I hear a wounded horse?
Yes, you've heard it like, nay! Boom!
I bolt.
They're
Okay.
just having this conversation about spider and then just
Yes.
I will
Like-
say
I'm like literally reaching into one of my pouches to give you something and you just run away.
Victoria's with
Yes.
them, right? So I will take that opportunity to sneak away as now that
Okay.
that didn't work out to my plan, but it's like cool, I'll walk out of here now that it seems like tension is dying down. Or less focused.
At least here in the bar. It is.
Yes. So I'll start walking outside.
Okay.
Does the chosen hear the commotion outside?
No, you're a little bit you're still in the bar and they're a little bit further away.
Do I? Do me and
Plus,
Victoria
they don't
hear
know.
it?
No one
Yeah,
knew who
you
you
hear
were.
it, and Victoria, her ears are gonna, perk up a little bit. She start looking that direction.
I'll go. I look at her. I guess our drink will have to wait. Shall we?
She's gonna like unsheath this like huge Zweihander off her back, and she's gonna be like, "I've got something to take care of."
I'm right behind you, and I pull out my very creepy, eldritch-looking sword that, again, almost seems to smoke.
What? That's fancy.
A
Yeah,
gift from the unseen.
she'll start trudging towards this commotion, and the ground, um, the rocks that are like uneven, like move as in her steps because she's just so big. But while you were running towards this horse, out from underneath this horse, one of these other sisters, just crawling out. She's like she's like unsheathing her sword. She's like looking pissed because her horse got shot.
I'm entirely focused that I'm only focused on the horse.
Okay, and it's like
Yeah, I
it's
want to
like
so take advantage of this or hurt and not paying attention, but
yeah, it's like panting and like laying on the ground. It's got like the one arrow like sticking out of like its flank.
Um, I would have a lot of experience in treating harmed animals.
Okay,
So I would try to see what I can do for this animal.
okay. How about we call it? Emotional support doesn't really work for an animal. How about we call this one Defy Disaster also?
We like to find disasters.
Yeah, it's sort of a catch-all move. Are you gonna do it with cleverness and knowledge, or are you gonna be like metaphysical with it? Got like laying on hands.
Metaphysical. I
Okay.
would use different herbs and interlace it with my healing powers.
Okay, so we'll do that with a roll of spirits.
Spirit! Like the airlines,
Yes,
but better.
like the
8.
first. Okay, so an 8. That's a mixed success. I mean, it's sounding pretty distressed, and it's like pretty pathetic. Tugging at your heartstrings a little bit, a bit sad. You're like, oh, but you do manage to get this arrow out.
The
Quite a bit of whinnying, and it's like, but it seems like it's gonna be okay. And meanwhile, Sister Stella has totally just like stormed off with her blade out in search of these rebels who have shot out her horse.
So I just want to make sure I understand because for a mixed success, it says you have to either do a hard choice or a success with a sacrifice.
Yeah, so I'm guessing you want this horse to be okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will say that you can do that, but it is going to take a condition. And I think if you want to do that, I think there's probably one that's called exhausted.
Angry, frightened, guilty, hopeless, and insecure.
Okay, yeah, so we'll call that. Oh, it should be
Under your
right
stats.
underneath your stats.
Oh, okay.
So I will let you pick which one of those you think you will take.
Um, I would feel angry.
Okay, so you'll check angry.
oh, so you automatically get the condition?
Yeah, if you want if you want it to go your way, you have to take the bargain. So angry as a condition should take a -2 to one of your stats.
Yeah,
think
for
you're a
rabbit
small
hole.
person.
Yeah. And there will
Beat
be
the shit out today.
there will be ways that you can clear it that it has listed underneath, usually by doing something harmful.
Break something important to you or someone you care about.
The seed.
Yes, exactly. And then once you do that, you'll clear your condition and you'll be back to normal.
Usually you save it for a narratively appropriate moment, but obviously we don't know what
Right.
we're doing.
Yep. But yeah. So there's this commotion going on with these two other sisters chasing down some of these rebels. And they're all yelling, get their weapons. They are very scared.
Are these rebels people from the town that I would recognize?
Yes. They're like some locals.
Would I have seen Victoria exit?
Yeah, she left a little bit earlier.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do a survey of the bar and make sure no more riffraff is going on.
Scarlet's gone.
All right. And so while you're looking around, one of the other sisters, we'll call her Frost for her shock of white hair, cut very short. She's got her own sword in hand. She's gonna like storm up to you and she's gonna like, "What are you doing hanging around in here?"
That was for Frost. I was to find you all.
And she's like, "There's more important things going on right now." And she's gonna like grab onto your arm in a very like older sister kind of way to
Let's
like try to like
fucking
drag
go,
you out of
bro.
here.
I just fall.
Okay. She's like tugging you behind. She's like, "Don't embarrass us."
You never do.
And so you see this all going on while you're still standing here at this stage.
I think Fo definitely has been paying attention. And she is a little disinterested in what's going on right now. So she's gonna go out and see what's happening.
Okay, just observe, maybe get some inspiration from another new ballad or something like that.
Definitely her and the copy, like spies, sort of in different areas, just on alert.
Okay, all right. So you're gonna stick close, or you're gonna kind of hang back.
Uh, well, we're gonna go close.
Okay. So you guys kind of come up on this melee that's going on. These two sisters are like wiping out some of these rebels. These guys are like falling all over themselves, trying to fight back, trying to escape. They're just not putting up any sort of fight at all. You notice one of the ones from the bar, the one with like the leather armor, is here. She's kind of like doing the best. Still kind of struggling though.
I would say that I'm intervening.
Okay, on
Um,
whose side?
both. If I have the opportunity to parry an attack, I'm going to.
Okay,
If I can stop them from hurting my people, I will. If I can stop my people from hurting them, I will.
okay.
This conflict is unnecessary.
All right. We'll call this a roll for fight.
All right. Daring or grace? I'll use daring. It's an eerie companion. I get a +1.
What does your eerie companion look like?
It's definitely an imp.
Okay.
Um, it can like change forms. The imp can, but it's keeping its imp form. And like every time I go to parry an attack, it like flashes in front of their eyes and
Okay.
freaks them out a little bit.
Okay.
Um, and I got a 7.
Okay. So not horrible. So
I
you
didn't
can
outright fail.
choose two of those options that are listed there, and whoever you're fighting with will get to choose one.
Well, so I can choose 2. I am going to. Can I choose 2 of the same?
Sure. Why not?
I'm gonna do the take object from your opponent
Okay.
and taking the sister's sword, and I'm taking the rebel's sword.
Okay.
I'm taking their swords.
All right. Yep. So once you like disarm them, they're gonna try to go like hands on. They're gonna like grab onto each other and like start rolling around on the ground, trying to like punch, kick,
What are they gonna do to
gouge.
me?
They're
Gonna
like totally pushing past you, just going for each other.
Okay.
Do the sisters think of themselves as virtuous?
Yes, they've swallowed that propaganda.
So I will join into stopping the fight, at least from the sister side, against Victoria.
Mhm.
Uh, and I'm going to use my playbook move, Who's the Monster, and expose the hypocrisy that they are here to protect, and yet they are here causing harm to others. And so I get to make a daring.
Okay.
There.
7, 8, 9. There'll be a 10 because I have a +1 against.
Okay.
And then that means I gain a string and I choose one of the following. I want to make my words that I say like you said you come here to act like you're protecting them, but you are vicious and bloodthirsty. And I'm going to give them a condition, and it's going to be fright.
Okay. All right. So she will kind of sputter out, you know, a little bit incoherent that these rebels started it, and they're just here to protect the good citizens of the Empire from ne'er-do-wells like them, ones who would defy the Empire's power.
Aren't they not part of the Empire themselves?
No, they're dirty traitors.
Only because you harmed them.
We only fight them because they attack our loyal citizens.
You mean you?
And she's gonna like she's gonna like sputter a little bit. And she's like ready to like come at you, and like around the same time, you hear a man's voice. He's gonna be like, ladies, please, we don't need to be doing this right now in front of everybody." And up comes waddling this very large bald dude. He's got like all sorts of like gold drip. He's got like rings
Oh
on
boy,
each
it's the
finger.
Emperor.
No. This is
Oh, it's the Baron. It's the Baron.
yeah. This is a Baron Nefarious.
Baron Nefarious.
He's very rotund and he's just dripping in like ill-gotten gains.
I'm gonna look at the Baron and be like,
If you've seen any of the Dune movies, he's kind of like Baron Harkonnen.
Does he levitate?
No, he doesn't. He just waddles.
he waddles. He'd waddle if he was levitating too. Let's be real.
Yes, just rocking back and forth in the air, his legs swinging.
I'm gonna look at the Baron and be like, "What are you doing here?"
And he says like a very like shrill voice, I am here to keep the Emperor's peace, make sure everything is running smoothly. We don't need any of these sort of distractions.
Why don't you just go back up to your cushy mansion and sit around in your piles of gold and leave the protection of this city to me? And I'm gonna entice him.
Oh, you're gonna entice
I'm
the
gonna try
Baron?
and entice him.
Yeah, you've kind of earned my like respect there a little bit. That you're like just like, dude, get out of here. You
And
don't
of
know
course,
what you're talking
talk
about.
nerdy to me. So I get
Okay.
a +1. So I get no, I can use wit instead.
Failure.
No. It's a 9.
Okay.
Thanks.
So you gain
So-
a string on him unless he decides to choose one. So I think he's gonna try to be sort of diffusive. He's gonna offer to settle this amicably by inviting all the parties to his very fine mansion on the hill.
I imagine this is when the chosen shows up.
Yeah, you like walk right in right when you see this guy. He's like, being very smarmy.
Come to my mansion.
He looks like a really fat pimp.
Yeah, basically. He's got like this fine, like foreign silk, like robe, like animal furs on it.
And the chosen just speaks up out of nowhere, has no idea, no context, wasn't here during the argument, and it's like, of course the sisters will accept your invitation to treat us.
And the Victoria, Stella, and
I can't believe
Frost
they
are all
don't
gonna like
see
turn
the
around and look at
hypocrisy
you.
in this.
I literally don't even look at them. I'm just looking straight at the Baron.
He's gonna like, well, it seems you've all made some new friends, it seems like. Yes? Yes? Are we in agreement? I'm sure we can all put this misunderstanding behind us.
And where am I at in relation to this?
You're like kind of hanging on the edges. You probably didn't want to like get right in the middle of this melee that was going on.
But now that I see that it's been diffused, at least to my knowledge. Foe says yes as she starts to walk from behind her corner.
Okay.
She says, "Prepare for trouble."
And
Everyone walks.
Oh boy.
like, oh, it seems we have a celebrity in our midst.
It's Foe, PHO.
Nobody cares.
What does this look like? Think of all this, how this situation
She
is
walks
evolved.
up to the group and she's like, I had a dream last night. I was standing in the forest where all the trees had their roots above ground, tangled together like they were holding hands. But the more they held on, the more they tore each other apart, bark splitting, roots bleeding sap. So I knelt down and whispered to them. I don't know what I said, but they started to loosen. Not let go, just breathe. And then little mushrooms began to grow in between them, like soft apologies.
And everyone's gonna kind of look around a little bit. And like the only sound you can hear is like the rain hitting the street. And like some
You see, what is it? The little.
I imagine you would appreciate that, right? As a poet, you would appreciate it.
A tumbleweed. That's what I was thinking of. Tumbleweed going by.
I think so, but I think Foe isn't actually even paying attention to her. She's more intrigued by the Baron.
You just over there just talking about your dream and the trees. And the chosen is like, I do not see how this is relevant.
you like hear someone like open like their wooden shutter from above, and they're like, "That was really great." And then
Sheena is down with tyranny.
There's a metaphor here.
And then take another swipe at Victoria.
that was meant for the Baron. Who is not.
he's like, now where did that scamp Frida get to? And you notice like the head rebel has like run off.
Wait, Frida's the head rebel?
Yes. Frida
That's
lands.
amazing. I talk so much shit about her.
Lands, yes.
Oh my
I talk so much shit about her.
crazy.
She was in competition for your ingredients.
Bro, give me my fucking minerals, bitch.
You know what? I think I would look at what's
Velostra.
Velostra? And be like,
Velostra.
Velociraptor.
Velostra.
Bitch, I would fuck you up.
And I would be like, I'll go where you go. And try to entice you.
Wow.
Entice me.
Even though it's gonna fail, probably. Trying to figure out where it's at. 7.
Okay.
Hi, Dad.
So I gain a string on them unless they decide instead to choose one.
Yes, so
Flustered
if you,
and awkward.
So if you get a
Promising.
10 plus, you get a string and they choose one.
Yeah.
Regardless.
So either we gain a string together or you choose one of the 3.
And you said that you were gonna go where I go?
Mhm.
I'll promise something I think you want. And I'll just say, I'll let you.
Making friends.
All right.
More like, I'll allow it.
This is okay.
So are you going to
I'll
go to
tolerate
the Baron's mansion?
Like, all this is happening, I look down at my hand at this big-ass spell that I was preparing, and I was like, oh, shit.
I mean, you could still use it. It's like fuck these sisters up. I wouldn't be against that.
Because, like, she was gonna, like, prepare a big old spectacle before the Baron came in. Like, she was about to stop everything.
Okay.
She was gonna fuck everything up. But then the Baron stepped in. She doesn't like the Baron. She thinks he's just fat and lazy and a
Of
piece
course.
of shit.
Because he is.
Because he is.
Yep, it's total middleman, making himself rich.
And she'll probably say, no, I'm not going to the Baron's mansion.
More food for us.
Nobody gives a shit about you. Mind your fucking business.
I will.
Do you not know who I am?
I will know your place.
Know your place.
Yes. When someone dare insult you, you deliver a scathing retort.
That's what I am.
And I will cry. It is a 5.
You're like
Take your
voice-
XP.
You're like voice shakes and
Squealing.
cracks.
Yeah, I get like really upset. No, it's
What do you
just like
say? What's
I'm
your
just
retort?
like everybody cares about me. Literally everybody. I don't know what you're talking about. I am literally the chosen one.
I'm
We
gonna
don't
bend
even know who you
over,
are.
hands on my knees, and say, "Nobody knows who the fuck you are.
Everybody knows who I am, and I like walk away. I'm just
Go
like,
play night, little boy."
I'm
I
a
like
girl.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
I look between them with such sad eyes, and I'm like, I know who you are. You're the chosen one.
Thank you.
I said,
And you
"Oh,
can-
while you're
see,
here."
like you see like a tear like well up, and
That was me.
You
trying to
should
okay,
come with me
roll to entice me.
to meet some friends.
Hold that thought. I'm in the middle of something.
You gotta give them silk finally.
for
No.
9.
Okay. So you can get a string on them unless they choose.
Actually,
Go ahead.
You get a +1.
Do I get another +1 if I ask? How does my familiar work for additional?
I think you probably have to choose which skill you want to be able to do.
Okay, so that's for basic moves.
Let me have a look here. Nature sure.
So you might be able to choose one of these to add it to.
Yes.
So like
you can add
emotional,
You could choose right now to add it to.
emotional support, or is that
So
on
like one of
me?
these, please.
Choose. Oh,
So if you wanted to do it to your entice roll, you're going to use for entice.
Yeah, with
Which is
emotional
hard.
support, you can take what's one. Yeah, choose a basic move. Familiar helps with that basic move or emotional support.
so heart.
Entice is one of the basic. So
Yeah.
you can lose. You can add it a +1. So
Yeah.
if you wanted to get a 10.
Yeah, get that string and let them choose one.
I could be like my familiars help with these.
Okay, that's like very cute and like
Yeah, I have them go and
yeah.
land
You
on
have
their
a
shoulder.
familiar?
It is a raccoon bat.
Oh, precious.
So you have a raccoon bat, and I have an imp that can shape change.
Yes.
I love this.
So
I forgot to mention my familiar, but
And I have fun.
So you
Jesus.
gain the string on me. You can write down the string on me, and then you see as your familiar flips over and they like wipe away the tear that was welling in their eye. They start to get really flustered, and you see like a moment where they like want to like their eyes light up, like they want to create a friendship, but they get instead very awkward
Because
like,
I'm the chosen.
and like retreat.
So, for my hollow glamour,
Mhm.
it says that when you reach a new place, you can declare you have a fan there who can be moderately helpful.
Mhm.
Name someone who's lost who's there around you. Like, can I do that to the Baron?
Sure, yeah, why not? What does he remind you?
Baron Sacco.
He reminds me of my former manager, who's very talented and also attractive.
Okay. In what way
Also
does Baron remind you of?
This is all
Is like physically, like
He
is the
was-
voice, is
He
the face.
was big bone like you and
Oh.
very colorful.
Okay, he's gonna rub like his bald head a little bit. And he's gonna be like, well, I'm sure we can to know each other. It's always nice to meet someone with a finer taste. in
She
this
turns
wretched
away
land."
and like gags a bit. As like hidden as you can. Absolutely.
Oh, well, come, I'll show you to my personal storehouse of interesting artifacts I've collected.
I'll follow you.
Yeah, he'll take your hand and like his huge like sausage fingers. He'll like kiss your hand a little bit. As he
wipes it off immediately.
as he like leads the
So
rest.
are the sisters leaving?
Oh no, they're going with Baron.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Yeah, so we accepted the invitation.
Oh, I did not.
I accepted.
No, me and you did not, and I assume you're staying. too.
And
Unless you
I
go with
wanted
the
to
trolls.
talk to you. Like I made it a point to turn towards you.
I start to walk with the Baron. Do you stop me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say, wait, I have something for you.
For me?
And I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out something. Something that seems to fill my hand. It's a giant ass spider pit. It is jet black. And I'm going to try and entice.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you should come with us.
I think after this, I'm going to take a quick wild break.
Yeah,
For
perfect.
commercials.
For commercials.
And it doesn't say on here, but how long does the drone copy last for?
As long as it makes narrative sense for you.
Forever.
It's just because one of the options, not the 7 to 9, says that it can't be dismissed for the rest of the session. So I was wondering if those tiles.
Yep, I think that's one of the bad ones.
Yeah. Well, I got it perfect, so it's gonna be here the whole time.
This is my sister. V. Or 5.
This is her.
Or 4.
11. To entice you to try and keep you to stay. Because I'm giving you gifts.
I'm staying.
That's like a bird. Come here, take this string.
Go through and pick one.
It's a big one of the thing.
Either a string
What's your name?
or...
No, he does immediately get a string because he got an 11, but then she also gets to pick either she gives in to desire or she
Promises something I want, or
promises
gets
something you
flustered.
want, or she gets flustered.
What's your name again?
Lark.
Couldn't give me a string.
Thistle fudge.
Thistle
Um,
dick.
Thistle dick.
I should probably write it down correctly.
What does given to desire mean?
Basically, you like.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Okay. Alright.
You swoon.
So I have successfully keeping 2 people from going to the parents' mansion.
Alright. And we'll see who you meet while you're not there. After we take a quick break.
Yeah,
Break
give me a
time!
moment to pop us into break.
Yeah. Don't forget to tune into the next part of the episode.
Hey guys,
July
facts.
15th.
Wearing a
At 7
corset
p.m.
sucks.
Hey, I'm trying to fill the air. God.
Fun fact, wearing a corset sucks.
Hello.
Hey, hey,
What's
hey,
that?
hey. Hey, hey, hey.
I think we still just have the Harbingers play.
It's slow.
So YouTube is super slow. Twitch is more up to speed.
Okay.
But before we get started, I
So
do
now
have
you know when you're watching us.
Okay.
We're
Couple
very
minutes behind.
Yeah.
before we get back into this, I do want to say this is now my second time playing in a campaign as Tyler's my DM, and
Uh-huh.
he is a wonderful DM. He's very fun, and it is a pleasure from all of us to have you as our guest DM.
Oh,
Absolutely.
thank you.
I hope that we can bring him back in the future.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, maybe for like a Halloween game or something.
You could
like
run
that.
Alien again. That was so much
Okay.
fun.
We can do Alien again.
I'm down for whatever. I did Monster
You
Hearts
also
with you,
might
and that was really fun.
show up in the campaign at some point.
Exactly.
We'd have to talk about some things.
And then also, don't forget everybody. Next week, Pokemon card giveaway. Destined Rivals ETB. We will be opening it on stream. Hop in the chat to figure out how we're giving it away.
I'm gonna throw you out
Alright.
the window.
I didn't do it in the mic.
Thank you. Actually, I didn't realize.
It just came out while I was looking like this, bro. Chill.
All
So
right.
2 of us went to the Barrens, 3 of us went ahead to the mines.
Oh, that's right. Fancy pants.
All right.
I think when they give me the thing, I would become smitten.
Okay.
Smitten.
Smitten.
Ooh, how can I take advantage of that?
So you
That's
automatically
fucked.
get a string on me,
Oh, so I get another string? Cool.
and then I think I have to answer a question.
Yeah, it'll be listed on your character sheet as Truths of Heart and Blade.
Yeah, so you
Yeah, over on the left hand side here. So it's up,
Yep.
up.
at top, yeah.
So what's the question?
Um,
Or do you have multiple options? Because mine only has one.
I have 3.
Oh, Jesus. Hurt.
Yeah, one too.
Says, what makes you feel loved? Yes.
I'll say less.
No.
I could,
Feeling seen, and you've given me a seed and a fang. So both
based on things that I have seen you interested.
Yes.
Okay.
You know I'm a nature witch, and so you knew that these were things that I would like.
Bro, is this gonna be like a nature spooky combo? Like
This is hot.
bad. This is about to get crazy, bro. Dog, I got this whole bag of holding full of shit. Like I'm a witch. Of course I have a bag of holding. Like I have stuff. Who knows? Maybe I have a spider silk scarf in my bag. The only issue is everything that I carry is blank.
All right.
The opposite of color.
So as the guys who went back to the Baron's place, this place is kind of guarded by like some of the local guards. You know, obviously nothing compared to the sisters. Dudes with like tin helmets and like raggedy old armor, very poorly equipped, very like malnourished.
The chosen is severe.
The chosen keeps their hand on their sword the entire time.
Baron leads you inside, and like his main hall, he's sort of turned into like this like museum slash like treasure room with like fancy art and like old looted artifacts, like far afield. He's like trying to like impress you with all this stuff that he has.
Look at this cup I have.
Exactly. From the 5th century in the Winterlands.
Says made
Inlaid
in
with
China.
diamonds and rubies.
Made in the Empire.
Made in the Empire. Turns out everything is
We have
gold
this-
plated,
We have the same.
and all the jewels are dyed cubic zirconia.
Can I roll to recall information about this museum, like things that I might recognize?
Yeah, we'll call that, figure out person.
Info came in like a wrecking ball.
Protect them from.
Because they're gonna destroy it. I hope.
Alright. Let's see. That's 11.
So you get to ask two of the questions listed there under figure out person.
I haven't gotten any XP yet.
It's because you haven't
Oh,
failed
you
any
have-
rolls.
I mean, XP.
2, 1 more, and I get to do a thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Me too. I'm close to that same experience.
Heard, I hope you guys continue to fail.
Failure is good in this.
So it says you can ask 2 questions an hour later in the scene.
Mm-hmm.
What constitutes as a scene?
While you're here, basically.
Oh, that's one question. It's like genie rules. Be careful what you wish for.
I guess I'll ask about painting and where you got it from. How much
Okay.
about it.
Yeah, so he'll explain that he got some of these as imports, trading some of the local minerals and rocks for him. From a very expert artist, well known in the capital. He likes his fine art.
So and the copy would definitely push up the like enthusiasm
Mhm.
to the like idle extreme.
Mhm.
So very eccentric, very sort of over the top. Definitely a performance, but a performance meant to manipulate and to make it that they actually give a shit about art at all.
Sure.
This is beautiful. And the other folk points at some random
Some like
art
gold
that-
vase or something.
and her hands pop up in her face and she's like, I don't know what this is, but it's amazing.
And he'll like put his hand on like fake foe's waist and like get her around to like look at some of this stuff.
And I like that. Fake foe will definitely look back at me and like
Disgusted.
disgusted and say, when it came to them focus.
Okay. All right.
I love that fake foe has a personality. Too.
Yes.
That's what I love about this the most.
It's like a clone.
Yeah, it's like truly clone more than like a just illusion. You know?
Not the clone ones.
But he'll like, yep, I have one thing that may be of special interest to you here in the back. And so he'll, take a look at this.
Drops his pants.
And you wrote Tyler.
I was like, oh. He's a weirdo, but he's not a character.
Take a look at this. It's so weird.
As a matter of fact, he will say, let me show you my worm. Can pull it down and like this curtain comes apart.
And it's
It's
a
a
naked
Dune
portrait
worm.
of him.
It's a Dune worm.
No. It's a small dragon that he's got caged up.
You call him a dragon a worm.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like,
W-Y-R.
W-Y-R-M.
Okay. My brain went immediately to the worms in her dirt.
In my dirt,
But
yes.
it's all like coiled up and it's like looking a little dejected.
I assume the sisters are roaming around in this area too.
So sad.
That you
I'm
didn't go.
not at Baron's house right now.
Yeah, be more excited. You're going to a mine.
But you're Smith.
Thanks.
What are you saying?
The sisters are roaming around this museum too,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I look up at this dragon and I'm
A foe.
impressive.
Yeah, he's gonna say in this gravelly voice, it's one that we found here locally. Very rare. Found it all alone, deep in the old dwarven mines.
Can I? Yeah, I would like to gain more information about this dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else.
I want to smitten the dragon.
No, basically, I want this dragon to be mine.
Because I am the chosen.
I am the chosen.
Therefore, I should have a dragon.
You're gonna have to try to get it from me. That's my goal.
So, flirt with the dragon.
No,
Smitten
what
it.
do you think as far as
I guess we'll call it figure out a person.
Do you want to be mine?
I want to entice, but not shitty harder.
Well, I have the special
You have
move.
no heart?
Call it an
Negative
toxic
one.
power.
Yeah, you can use that.
Probably negative.
Okay. And I'm gonna talk to
Spirit.
Baron, I guess.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, rate has role playing. So this one, that's
Toxic power.
It doesn't understand humanity enough.
That's a 10.
All right. Yep. So you will answer whatever question you have, and you will get a relevant +1.
I will say, how does one gain control of a dragon?
They're extremely difficult. They say in the old days there were trained dragon riders. It's a lost art these days.
Well, how did you gain control of a dragon?
Through force, of course.
Okay. And I'm gonna start like slyly looking around for ways to make this dragon mine.
And it's got like its head flaps like folded down. It's like
Asleep.
It's like sticking its tongue out. It's like kind of dejected.
Poor boy.
Fake foe drops to her knees. She says, "Can I have it, please, please, please?" And she like flaps her eyes.
Oh no.
And that'll be entice.
Okay, yeah. Roll the entice.
It's gonna be a horrible.
And you can
Come on,
expand when
10,
you're.
come on,
Do you have a string on it?
No, I don't have.
Well, you don't have a string with the Baron?
Oh.
I thought you did.
That's great. All I did earlier was
Oh, so you haven't enticed him at all.
yeah, spoken to him and recall information on him.
Is the Baron not smitten?
Let's say he's smooth. He's
So you got a
he's
string. There you go. Get your +3, King. Queen. My lady. Happy Pride.
That is 10.
Okay. So yeah, he will promise you. He will promise you that he'll let you see it out of his cage. Maybe a little later.
We get to see the dragon. Come on.
Pen, hen, wink, wink.
It's too
Meets my worm.
This is way too straight for Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
Yes, I would like to not. That's so funny.
At least most of us are thirsty.
At this same sort of time, you two,
3.
three are walking back to the mines, sort of on the outskirts of town. Suddenly, you are going to feel someone grab a hold of you and pull you around.
Oh, I would not like that at all. I would probably use like daring to like break whatever grasp, or maybe even try to like
Okay,
throw them over my shoulder to like.
let's call this fight.
Wait, wasn't it? What about recovery? No, not that. It was
Fight disaster.
stagger, the reactive move.
Maybe. Well, depends on how this roll goes.
Ooh, not good. That's gonna be a 5.
Okay, yeah. So, do you have any conditions?
I do not.
Okay, so we will say that will stagger you. Since you have 0 to 3, you can say that you either mark 2 conditions as you grin and bear it, or you can hesitate and stumble, and the opposition gains an opportunity.
I will take 2 conditions.
Really?
Nice.
Okay, so mark off 2 that you think.
Angry and guilty.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So you sort of get into this little bit of a tussle, and you see that Frida Lands is the one that has grabbed a hold of you and tried to toss you around. And she like looks furious at the 3 of you here, actually.
I'd be like,
How tall is she?
She's pretty big.
I'd be like, Excuse
Not
me,
like as
I
hard as
was
you.
invited here. May I ask why you're putting your hands all over me?
Yeah, and she's gonna babble on a little bit about how you guys totally didn't help at all. Well, maybe you did a little
I
bit.
did too, didn't I?
Yeah,
You tried. You failed, I believe.
yeah.
No, I hit. I got an extra string on Victoria.
Oh,
That's
Yeah, you
true.
distracted Victoria.
I also
That's true.
The enemy's horse.
Yeah, the enemy's horse.
Aiding the enemy.
it's a horse. We didn't have any say.
She's like, oh, you're. Thank you.
Hey, Frida. Where are my minerals?
They're down in the mines
Why are you withholding them from the shopkeep?
because I'm working on a special project, and it looks like my timetable is going to get moved up a little bit.
Well, while I'm
Is that
down
why
here,
you
can
were
I collect
asking?
some?
What was that?
While I'm down here, can I collect some of the materials I need?
Maybe, depending on what's left over.
Is that why someone
Uh,
was asking me for help?
Yes. I think
What can we help with?
we're going to be making a move against the sisters and the Baron.
Well, like dance moves?
No, like
Not-
death
And
moves.
she's gonna like
Yes, Death Dance Revolution 2.
Death Dance Revolution 2.
Well, at least the revolution part might be true.
maybe. But she's gonna like look at you, like she's gonna like muss up your hair a little bit.
Oh, you silly one, you.
No
Don't touch her.
dancing. Why don't you come with me and I'll explain.
Will you be willing to come listen? It must be for a good cause.
I mean, the only reason I don't like Frida is because she's keeping my minerals from me. So if I have the opportunity to get minerals while I'm here, fuck it. Is what you're doing going to protect the town?
Yes, I'll help end this imperial occupation.
Please come with us. We will need your help.
I mean, will it
I'll give you more seeds.
the deforestation? The surrounding areas?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I guess that's good. Let's go.
And I did offer you seeds. More seeds.
but also remember you
Like
came up with
verbally.
it. So just remember that.
I verbally offered you more seeds if you came.
I mean, I haven't tried to figure anyone out yet, so.
Me either.
yeah,
Now that I think
know.
about it.
I take the seeds and I like
I
start planting them
yeah.
as we go.
I will say though, they're very unfamiliar to you. You've never seen seeds like this.
I just plant. I
Causing
Sowing the
mayhem.
seeds. Literally.
So yes, then we go.
Okay. So you guys, she'll lead you down to these
We're a
lines.
package deal.
True.
And so basically, as you get deeper and deeper, you see people working on like homemade weapons, spears, swords.
How good do they actually
Excuse me.
look?
We take a pause for a second.
Yeah. While we pause, we could chat about our giveaway for the Elite Trainers box. So you're gonna have to be present for at least the end of the stream. It's gonna be a regular Pokemon night, so far as I know. They're still gonna be drafting, and we'll be opening the card box. And
Yeah. All of the details will be told, when it happens, but you have to be present for the drawing itself. For the sake of people that normally bounce early, we'll probably do it about halfway through.
give a midpoint.
We'll choose who's getting it halfway through and then open it is kind of what I'm thinking. So we'll do the first half of our Pokemon night. We'll draft our teams, talk our shit.
We'll have a guest too, a small guest,
Yeah.
a little one. He's coming to play with you guys, Hunter.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Nice. Didn't know that.
Jordan invited him, I believe. So.
Oh, okay, cool. So the first half of our stream will be the shit talking, the drafting, the fun part. And then we'll take a pause to that and we'll start opening the box. We'll have a special camera set up so that you can see everything, see all the cards. And that is when we will announce our winner. You have to be present in the chat to be considered. We will have some kind of, word in the chat, like type ask you in the chat, to enter the giveaway. So you have to be present and you have to write in the chat to be entered into the giveaway. If you do not meet those conditions, you will not be a part of the giveaway. If only one person enters the giveaway, that person is automatically getting everything. And then we will probably put all the names on a wheel. Spin the wheel, and whoever wins it, wins it.
And then we'll send it out as soon as we are able.
And if you're local,
yeah, we can just drop it off.
Yeah.
And we'll just kind of go from there. But you will get everything included in the ETB: the box, the book, the packaging. I'm obviously not going to give you all like the empty pack wrappers.
Be a chaos monster. Give them all of the empty
But
wrappers.
any hits will be put into sleeves. And we will be sure to take the utmost care of everything in the box. Yeah. So
Yeah. And I think also, like I said, remember your announcement on
I didn't have an announcement.
the 15th. We'll be coming back for the second half of our session, which is pre-recorded. But some of us, we like to be present in the chat to interact with you guys. And just,
as long as, we have the time in our schedules, everybody's got a busy schedule.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, folks. Got a bit of an upset tummy. Probably shouldn't have eaten that double set of burrito before I came.
Oh,
That's all right. We understand.
No judgment here.
But as I was saying, as you guys are being led down in this mine, some of these locals.
Do these weapons look good, or do they look like they're really badly?
But I mean, they're okay. They're like amateur blacksmithing.
Gotcha.
But there's a lot of like elven folk, dwarven folk, tiefling types down here.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, they're some of them are like trying to like disguise themselves. Like painting their faces more like human colors, try to like hide like their horns.
In their big ears and their small size.
I think I can understand as I touch like the side of my face where my mask is. I kind of feel sad for them.
I think I would definitely, at this point, feel comfortable enough to drop some illusion magic that I have on myself.
Okay.
I'm actually an elf.
Oh, okay. Your ears come out.
Oh.
How long are they?
Quite.
Okay, like sticking out like.
Yeah, they're probably a good 8 inches back. You couldn't tell, but I'm very old.
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel comfortable enough to drop that and let my ears show as kind of like a sign to the people around me, like, hey, you don't need to hide who you are. Fuck the government.
Wow,
Okay.
You're even prettier than I thought. Entice.
yeah.
Damn it. That's a 5.
Hey, but now you're very serious.
Yeah. Oh.
You're getting it.
Yeah, I can do an advancement.
When you say that, I go like, dash, yes.
When she says it, I blush a little bit.
And Frida's like, all right, you bunch of thirsty sword lesbians. Gotta get focused.
I'm gonna increase one of my stats.
Yep.
As you should.
Would have been funnier if one of us said it. What are we, some kind of thirsty sword lesbians?
This is our time
Bro,
down here.
I
This
got
is our
2 lesbians
time.
after my heart.
But yep. So she's gonna lead you into this really deep tunnel where there's like barrels and barrels of some of these minerals that you use, like lined up.
The stuff that I used that they wouldn't sell me.
Some of it, yeah.
Oh,
Should I take it more in my dream or should I might?
But like you see that some of them have like blasting caps and like fuses running to them.
Wait, what do?
These barrels full of minerals that are like lined up against one of these tunnels.
they're making
Come on.
explosives.
Are you trying to blow up the tunnels?
Not quite.
Lift.
Okay, where do these tunnels lead?
We are directly underneath the Baron's mansion right now.
We should let this happen.
Can I help?
But the chosen is up there.
And
Who cares about the chosen? And Frida's like,
I love it.
I look
Darling,
at
we
you.
can't let this tyranny continue on. They have done horrible things. And touches the side of their face.
Especially the chosen, who is literally brand new on the force and hasn't actually done anything.
If they're part of them, they are innocent.
I am going to attempt. Oh, this is going to be bad.
Well,
How's that?
attempting on who?
I'm going to attempt emotional support
okay.
on
Lark.
Lark. To try and ease their mind about what we're going to be doing here. I'm going to say, look, the Baron is one of the reasons that the trees are crying.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
But not the chosen. But don't you think that you're right?
Hmm.
What you get looks like a failure to me.
6. Can I get like a +1 because I'm pulling on her heartstrings?
You have to use one of your
You
strings.
have to pay it.
Oh, hold on. I got strings.
Yeah, you
Hold
can-
up.
that
I'm
gives
using
you
a
a +1.
string.
Yes.
Hold on. I think I have something that has to do with Smith.
But someone always your choice.
So if they're smitten, they can choose an additional option.
Yeah, they are. You're never one.
All right. Well, I'm going to take advantage of that and make it a 9 instead of a 6
Okay.
and lose one of my strings on them.
I thought it gives you only a +1.
On emotional support, if you spend a string, it gives you a +3.
Oh, sick.
Yep. So, Lark, you can choose to have them clear a condition, mark XP, take +1, or gain insight from the GM about an obstacle facing one of you.
Gain insight from the GM on an obstacle facing one of you.
Okay. What would you like to know about?
It could be any one of us.
Yeah, what question do you have for the game master?
The Game Master?
Game
The Game Master!
That's what they're
Yeah, the Game
That's
Master!
what they're
I love it!
system.
I didn't know
Game
that.
master.
I thought that was just going to be something given to me. Fuck.
I mean, essentially, it sounds like you just choose someone and you can find out.
Yeah, if you were worried about the chosen, you could ask about an issue facing the chosen. If you're worried about the Baron, or wait, it doesn't have to be one of us. If you're worried about foe,
Who's fun?
who's foe?
Who's foul?
No. I'll clear my condition.
Okay. Ooh. That's nice.
Cool.
But I do say, but can we wait till after midnight? I do remember the chosen saying that you challenged them to a duel.
I did.
What's the lady's name again?
Frida.
Frida. I'll look at Frida and I'll say, Frida, how soon do you plan on igniting this?
Well, if all the sisters are there at the Baron's mansion, and he is also, that would be the perfect opportunity to set our plan in motion.
But um, but height of the party is always after midnight. You know that.
She'll like look at you like squint and like, how many parties you been to before?
I'm gonna like come up. I'm gonna come up behind her and like, yeah,
Have you not heard of dancing
all the
with
parties, all the parties get better after midnight, and I'm gonna try and entice her.
Okay. Go ahead.
I wish there was like a help action.
I know.
I was trying to entice.
It's a 7.
Okay.
Can she roll for entice too? Will she?
Sure, why not?
Everything entice.
Flirt.
All right.
Oh, wait.
6.
Okay. So I will say because you got a 7, that she will be willing to wait until midnight. Although she does kind of feel like she's giving up a little bit of opportunity here. But yeah, I think that's what we'll do. She'll start talking to all her underlings about prepping for an attack tonight.
All right, cool.
How this feels off.
I'm not a fan of it, but I really don't like the Baron, so I'm also a big fan of it. It's very conflicting.
But must he die?
There are some things that the Baron has done that are inexcusable. I've been in this town since way before he arrived. This place used to be flourishing and green.
I'm not
Until
going to stop you guys, but I can't be a part of this.
I don't blame you. I don't plan on being here when it happens.
What do you mean not plan on being here?
I'm not gonna be down on mine when they blow it
Well,
up.
no, they're not going to be in the mine either when they blow it up.
Never know. How close is my hidey hole to the mansion?
You're probably on like the outskirts of town, and it's like right in the center.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
So we could always
Uh,
go to the mansion's aftermath.
I will say, I know somewhere we can go where we will be unaffected by the events of tonight.
Yeah, but shouldn't we be
Go back to my country.
shouldn't we be affected by these events? It's important to show them that we are standing up to them.
I'll leave that to the rebels.
Then what are you? You are just as much as a part of this. You said, how could you help?
They obviously don't need my help.
Maybe in this step, but maybe forward.
And I'll come back tomorrow and offer my aid, but as of right now, they don't need me.
Okay. So with that, I think we'll go back to the Baron's mansion a little bit later at night.
The clock is ticking.
I'm watching the text.
We'll come back to the chosen. The sisters, they're trying to convince you to take up a post watching guard for the night.
And I will look at the clock and I'll say, we may need more than one. Watch and go.
And she's gonna be like, if this was a real assignment for you, you'd be watching this whole city by yourself.
You're right. I accept.
Knowing that you're gonna
Knowing that I'm leaving.
And you're gonna abandon your post. Everything's fine.
All right. So yeah, she'll have you posted like here on like the main floor by like this grand staircase. in
I'll
the middle of this,
pull Bo aside. And I'll say, so I really like the dragon. I think that maybe together
we can ride the
we
dragon.
could take the dragon as our own. What big is this dragon? It's like a baby dragon.
It's big enough to ride.
So it's like a big dog size.
Yeah, it's probably like the size of this table.
He did say worm, not dragon.
It is. It's very like long and slithery.
Yeah.
If only I was there. I can speak to monsters.
I have
I'm
monster
sure me
Soother of monsters.
and Fo looks around for
Fake up.
copy. And
For
me can take care of it by ourselves. Thank you very much, buddy.
I can speak with monsters. I have the ability to calm them down.
Okay.
You gave it so easily. Okay.
Towards their goal of betraying them and taking the dragon for themselves.
That's fine. At that point, it'll be a 2-on-1. The chosen is fucked.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, that's what you mean 3-on. Because you forgot about
The
Fee,
dragon?
Foe, and the dragon.
Now the dragon will have
So-
to get involved.
I start to like think about ways. I've been assessing this whole party, ways to be able to kind of undermine any of the security here. And like I said, I do have Soother of monsters
Mhm.
attribute, so I can
Speak to the dragon.
I can't necessarily speak to it, but I can keep it calm. Like
I could talk to him.
I'm a soother of monsters. Listen,
Like it won't start barking when the cage gets
Right,
opened.
precisely.
A barking dragon. Love that.
So
That will be my next new monster.
So I don't know what I need to roll for, but I'm going to try with Bo's assistance. I assume maybe
Okay.
distracting the Baron.
Already on that.
Fake Foe's already in the back with them, okay?
On her knees again.
Looking at the other one.
Like a virgin.
Yeah.
Like,
I probably would send Big Fo to
Okay.
distract for the Baron.
Sure.
And
Oh.
can I roll? So I don't know if I quite trust them. Can I roll recall information on the worm just to see what I think is necessary to actually break it out with it from blowing things up almost immediately.
Sure.
Speaking
Go
of
ahead.
blowing things up immediately.
Speaking of blowing things up.
Alright, this is the time when I need a pen. A 10. That is a 7.
So 37.
Seven's not it.
Still pass.
So most of the information that's accurate, but something crucial is out of date. You don't know what.
Okay.
It's very
It really likes oranges.
Okay. All right. So, kind of the plan is for you to try to break this thing out. Okay. Well, it's around this time that as you guys are alone here in this foyer area, you start to feel a little bit of a rumble. And you start to feel the ground shake pretty hard. These columns in this room start to rumble, crack a little bit, and you feel the floor start to like collapse underneath you.
okay, perfect opportunity. We're quick.
Okay, so what exactly is the dragon having?
It's in like a gold cage.
Yeah.
Wait, is it already midnight?
So do I roll like a defy
fast,
disaster or something?
Yeah, we'll call it a defy disaster for right now. See if you
Ooh.
get out of the way of this collapsing building.
I'm gonna use my swiftness.
Okay.
Grace. Good honor.
It sounds like this is literally the chosen from Smodge. Like this,
It is.
in the module, it was created for that purpose.
Literally the three
Precise.
options. The three options are magical princess, pop idol, and chosen one. I got a
Okay. So, let's see here. Defy disaster. So 10 plus, you do it with style.
You do it with style.
yes, I do.
You're like jumping Legolas style on these like falling rocks or like these fallen parts of the building. You're like totally dodging and weaving.
And do I get to, it says I can discover a new opportunity. So do I
Yes.
get to take the dragon?
Sure, why not?
So I'm going to grab Foe's hand and pull her onto the dragon with me.
Okay.
Skedaddle out of here.
Okay. And
Skedaddle,
you've got like
skadoodle,
this
I'm here
very
for the
long like dragon like under your arm. It's like tail with like dragon behind you.
Is it like dog size?
I thought
You said we're big enough to ride.
Sure.
You didn't
It sounds
say
like it doesn't fly. Good luck.
it is only a worm after all.
It is worm wings too, don't you?
Yeah.
No.
You do?
Do they? I don't know.
They can, yeah.
Maybe he
They're
like
probably small though.
maybe he like crawls around on his belly because he's still too young.
Okay, fine. We take this dragon. We get.
All right, B. This is the classification of dragons.
So I'm assuming I'm supposed to roll 5.
Yeah, you'll roll Defy Disaster too.
Yes, I will roll for it might have feet, but it usually doesn't. If it's just a worm, if it's not a dragon.
Actually roll for anything, or does it have to be like a textual to make what's happening?
I'm gonna call it contextually.
That's what I was. Okay, I'm gonna go with Grace then. Ooh, 10 plus 1 Grace.
Okay. Yep. So you also managed to very deftly
And
get what he
in like a
wants,
dancer sort of way, kind of dodge out of all these like.
honestly, I was
falling
thinking
runs.
the one clip from Resident Evil with
Mhm.
Leon just unnecessarily got flips off the wall.
Sure.
Like it's very like over the top for no reason at all.
Okay.
Like it's like she's doing a performance, but there's nobody actually there to see her.
And I would say, can you just be smitten? Is that a thing you can just choose?
Yes, you
Okay.
can just choose if you're
I would
smitten.
say that the chosen like starts to blush and is just like impressed by the amount of skill you've just shown alongside me, and I become smitten with Foe.
So take a
Which means you
string.
get a string.
All right. And while this building's coming down, you hear some of these townsfolk
Oh, I have
start
to
to
enter.
yell and cheer. They've got like their makeshift weapons, and they're like running into like this cloud of like smoke from all this rubble that's coming down. They can do a big melee with all these guards.
Fuck yeah.
And out from like this like gray cloud of like smoke, you see Victoria coming out, and she's just like wailing into people with like her bare hands, like
If they
knocking
were
them
going
down.
in to attack it, I would probably.
Okay.
You went in to attack too?
Yes.
Okay.
We were going to help
Fights
them.
tyranny.
Well, I took Lark back to my place to keep them from seeing. To keep them from seeing the destruction that we're causing.
Okay.
And so my place is reinforced against natural disasters.
Stand for justice.
So
Does
because
this
of
mean
magic,
that you were also smitten with me?
no,
You were protecting me so fiercely.
because I see how
I
much you
got
like me.
touched earlier, and you're like, "Don't fucking touch her."
You know what? Yes, I will be smitten. I will
Okay.
say that I'm smitten.
Sure. You're both smitten with each other.
So yes, my little hidey hole is protected from natural disasters like earthquakes, so he wouldn't feel the rumbling.
Mhm.
And it's soundproof, so he wouldn't hear the screaming.
Of course.
I need my concentration. And we have magical music playing.
Okay. You got like the self-animated instruments being played by like your ghost friends.
Yeah. My imp is up there, kind of like hitting the drums, not too aggressively.
Okay.
I start to dance.
Oh,
I kick off my sandals and I start dancing.
I do
And I
too.
hold my hand out.
Oh, I 100% join you. No enticing needed.
As they're dancing.
But I want another string on you.
But I want another string. We need to.
Why? I only have one. I only have one on you.
So they want more. You got a problem with that? You can entice them.
I would like to entice them.
You should do it.
Roll for entice.
Roll for
Roll
entice.
for combat.
Roll for fight. DM's gone. It's my game now.
Roll for fight. Kiss
You
each other
are
on the mouth.
enticed.
Who's that? Oh, I choose one? Oh,
Just finally kiss already.
I'm definitely giving in to desire.
Kiss, 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 kiss.
Sorry about that, folks. All good.
It's okay, they ended up making out while you were gone.
No,
Exciting.
no, they.
I enticed them to dance with me, and I got an 11.
And I gave in to my desires and did so.
All right.
And honestly, I'm the kind of gal that would make the first move.
Oh,
I love how this is all going on as people are being murdered.
yes.
I'm going to
All the town's on fire.
counter entice
Okay.
to kiss.
You don't have to.
No, you can just choose to.
You can just choose the kid.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, when people finally kiss after a period of tension, each takes +1 ongoing to the safety and protection of the other.
Aww.
That's so gay.
Hey, witches!
We're just thirsty sword lesbians.
They're dark and gloomy. Not so bright bubbly.
But while there's fireworks going on in here,
It's us fireworks.
it's like makeshift like hand grenades going off.
Cocktails, just
Yeah.
I'm being very delulu about it. These are fireworks to me.
Yeah.
Well, you can't hear anything. You can't feel anything.
Explosions?
Yes.
You hear explosions?
Correct.
She lives
My-
outside of town.
I live just outside of town, underground,
magic.
with my magical wards. Correct.
Fine.
Soundproof and
Fine.
element-proof.
Fine.
But
No
trust me,
fireworks for me.
there
I'm
are
going
fireworks
to
in
fight
one.
back against Victoria.
Okay, she's just gonna come
Oh
barreling
yeah,
at
hell
you
yeah,
with 2 hands.
for sure. I'm gonna be like, do you not see the damage you are doing? You are become the thing that you used to fight against. And I'm gonna use who's the monster again. Get to use my daring.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be 6, and then I get 1 because they are the Wicked Pass.
Mhm.
So that is a 7
Hold on. You roll a 4, and then you have a plus
plus
3.
3.
Mhm.
So that's
7,
already
8,
7. So
or
it'd be
8.
8.
Yeah, 8.
Not that it matters. You still pass with 7.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so which move did we say this was gonna be again?
And then I get I think it says choose 1, so I don't get a string on them.
Mhm.
But I am going to sting, or I'm gonna impress an onlooker. Oh no.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because you're still there, right? Yes, I'm gonna impress an onlooker and gain a string with them.
So you get a string with the chosen.
Impressive.
So,
Okay. And Victoria, she's like totally drank the Imperial Kool-Aid. She's gonna start ranting about like rebels, terrorists, partisans, insurgents.
Mm.
All of them lost. Only the Emperor knows the truth.
Okay.
I'd like to roll for
the
murder.
Chosen is gonna show up
Uh-huh.
and take rank with
Ooh.
Scarlet, impressed by her show of like, this isn't who you are,
Fluttering.
and
Hair.
the fact that she was able to like land one on Victoria.
Uh-huh.
And she's gonna roll a fight roll against Victoria.
Okay, let's call this fight.
Beep 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 beep.
More like spite.
More like
Yeah, you sure you're stealing Kristen's death?
I've been using
I
this
know.
whole time.
Okay.
That is a 10.
Okay. So you can choose 3, and the opponent will choose 1.
Yes. I will inflict a condition.
Mhm.
Do I get to choose the condition?
Sure. She already has 1 unless it's
Yeah, you gave her 1.
frightened.
Yeah, frightened.
Yeah, frightened. So I guess it could be anything other than frightened.
I would probably give her angry, because
Okay.
what the fuck is my mentee doing?
Right.
Attacking.
I will take an object from her and see its superior position. I'm gonna take that big ass sword.
Okay, gonna swipe that as the right hander.
Yep.
Oh.
And then I'm going to create an opportunity for an ally through powers of distraction. So
Okay.
in taking her sword and making her so pissed and focused at me,
Uh-huh.
I'm opening the shop for you.
Well, you just gain a string because
Are you smitten?
And Victoria
I'm not
is also,
smitten, but Scarlet does like this.
Victoria is also going to be able to choose one.
Mhm.
And she is also going to inflict you with we'll call it frightened, because she's like powering through all these blows that you're giving her. She's gonna give you frightened because she's just like unstoppable.
You still have like this dragon in your hand.
Yeah. Well, it's standing behind.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So then, do I get to take a fight action then?
Sure, anybody who's here can take one.
Sick. That's gonna be 4, 7, 8, and I'm gonna burn a string.
Okay.
I'll
For a
actually,
plus 10?
huh?
For a 10?
Well, that would give me a 9. So I'm gonna burn both of them, and then on Victoria to get a 10.
Okay. And choose what you would like to do.
Murder her.
If that was an option.
Yeah, can we take the final blow since two people have... I've disarmed her.
But you haven't disarmed her.
That's true. That's true. But she is frightened and angry.
Yep.
This is true. I am going to give her another condition.
Okay.
Hopeless.
Okay.
Which doesn't 3 conditions? No, it's 0 to 3. For 4 to, we need to give her 4 to 5 conditions for her to be rendered
And
helpless
then
for the scene.
I'm going to provoke the opponent by, like, kind of smirking at the fact that she's just been bested by someone she's been working with very hard. Apparently, you didn't see the talent they had. And I'm going to also give them give an opportunity for an ally to, through prowess or distraction. So, like, bringing it back on myself.
Okay. Yep. So she's gonna focus on you. And she is going to seize a superior position.
Oh.
She's gonna like swat your sword
Oh, okay.
as like your blow, and she's gonna like one hand you and like pick you up over her head.
As I was looking at you, the miracle just grabbed.
So what are you doing right now?
And then, of course, as dramatically as possible, you hear from just beyond the corner, prepare for trouble.
I'm Smith.
Get them. They both come out simultaneously, pull their swords out the exact same time, crossing the two. Reminder that her sword is like a beam of flashing light with like sparkles and sparks, like pyrotechnics just bursting from the swords. And they attack.
Okay, roll me fight.
And it says you can roll spirit to fight instead of daring. Wing wrong thing. No, wrong. Alright. Let's see how this goes. 11.
All right, so you get to choose 3.
This-
Well,
Give her a condition so she's rendered helpless.
Actually,
yeah, does she need 2?
She just needs one more.
This one? Alright, we're gonna hit her with the conditions.
All right,
you would have
so
gotten another string from me.
I think so. I have 2 on you now.
Yes, because if someone pleasantly surprised me, which you coming in for my aid would have surprised. Because I'm used to disappointment.
Damn. It's crazy. This is so much fun.
all right. So yeah, we will say that Victoria is down for the count. Maybe she's knocked out, unconscious.
As I come from her grip,
Yeah.
You're like,
hopefully,
yeah, you like sprawl on the ground like next to her.
And
like laid out, like the whole Princess Leia, 2 legs to the side,
Can
Like,
I want to
It was very dramatic.
There's like with like a tree falling while she hits the ground.
I want to offer emotional support to Scarlet.
Okay.
Do you have to do anything?
It just says I get to roll. So you fall down. Victoria is hopeless, and so in true
Chosen one.
in true chosen fashion, I'm like, you're so much better than Victoria.
You're now my new muse.
You're my new, yes. You did say you were under the improper tutelage, so I reference that and I say, perhaps I should take my tutelage elsewhere. Heart or spirit, they're both the same. I'm gonna spend string to get an 11.
Ooh.
Okay.
So if they open up to you, they choose one. And you either choose one or take a string on them.
So I do have 2 conditions.
So if they open up to you, they choose one.
Okay, but you got a plus, right? So you also get to choose.
So I can choose one as well. So I can clear one of my conditions, and you can either mark an XP, plus one forward, clear a condition, or gain insight from the GM of an obstacle facing us. So I'm going to clear for one attempt. I am no longer afraid.
Good.
Yeah. She gave me the
I am going
the push I needed.
to remove guilty then. I'll take clear one condition. And before what would she do? She would probably be like then let's figure this out together. And would try to entice her to come along and help finish off the rest of the sisters. That would be, I think that's just a 6. Unless I can spend, I'll spend one to at least get a 7.
Okay.
So I lose the 1, but so I get a 7 to entice. And I believe that just
You
means
gain a string, or I get to choose. And I'm going to say the chosen gets in when you gain a string.
gain it right back. Nice.
And I'll say, my name is Spencer, by the way.
My name is Spencer.
You like take off the sunglasses.
Yeah.
It has to have like dust everywhere. It's
I've never noticed how beautiful your eyes are.
Without the glasses, she actually looks like, a relatively cute young.
Then she will break the mask that is on her face to show you and be vulnerable, show you the damage that Victoria had done to her before. And when she breaks it, her face looks perfectly fine, but one little scratch. And because I break something very important to myself, I get to remove my angry condition.
okay.
And then I hold up the katana and I recognize that maybe the dragon is missing behind me. Yeah,
Wait, they're still here.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm standing on top, man.
All right.
Are you going to come with us too, foe, to finish off the rest of them?
Well, I figure dinner is on, so might as well.
Don't worry, after this, dinner's on me. Entice. 6. So no. Because I have 0 heart.
Take an XP.
All right. So say that this melee kind of goes on for a little while. Probably into the morning, things have started to die down. By now, it's just like the peasants like impotently kicking wood guards and like out of frustration. And like the rest of the sisters, they're all like bruised and kind of dirty. They're like
Covered in sweat and dirt.
they're like laying on the ground, like exhausted. And they've got like the Baron like laying next to him. He like can't even pick himself up because he's so rotund.
Even if he tries, I put my foot on him to push him back down.
Exactly.
Break his ankles.
But one of them, Sister Frost, the white hair, which is now like dark gray from all the soot that's in it. She's gonna like wipe her face and she's gonna be like, Sister Spencer, what are we gonna do now?
Joining the right path. He's an actual good guy. Can I roll to entice her?
Sure.
Cool.
We can roll to entice all of them.
This is hard, right? This is okay.
Unless you're me.
God damn it. What's next? I
Oh,
wait, but I get an advance. So hold on.
okay.
What is it?
So you can add +1 to any of your skills.
So I have to do another skill later.
Well, and then if I see that it's not working, I'm gonna go to kick Frost in the face.
Like give her like a boot.
Yep.
Boot to the face.
And that will be it's 5. That's an 8. That's going to be I think a 9 total.
So it's supposed to be enticing.
No. This is kicking them.
This is
I'm gonna
fighting.
say,
We can just say you do it.
yeah. I'm gonna just say kick them in the face and be like, it's not Sister Spencer anymore. It's the Chosen.
Hey! And
And probably around the same time, our two witch friends.
I was gonna say I
Come
have
back.
a way to bring it to them. I will look at the dragon and see that it probably needs care. It's been locked up in a cage for a long time, and I'll say, I know somebody who's very good with animals. So we'll go to the witches.
Do we even know where the witches
I
are?
would have given you direction.
Okay. Sure. Is the windows a little steamy? Should we wait should I knock before
Is there a
coming
sock
in?
on the door?
Well, considering it's morning now,
And
This is Thirsty Sword Lesbians. Thank you very much.
and I'm
I don't know.
not
You tell me,
orange.
Lark. How long were we going last night?
I'm uncomfortable.
It was just dancing.
Again.
Hey, that means it's still sweaty.
How long were we dancing? Oh my. Okay.
Aw,
Okay.
precious.
So yeah.
So then you'll hear a knock on the door. I won't rush in.
And
I go.
as you open this door, this big dragon type baby comes like barging in through the door. It like balls you over, and
Oh shit!
it like runs right over towards Lark, and it like sniffs her with like its big like puffing nose.
Is he very colorful?
Yeah,
I
he's like rainbow colored.
Aw.
scream in elation.
It's so joyful.
I come over beside you to the dragon and I say, "Watch this," and I start talking to the dragon. I say, "Hello, what is your name?"
My name's Bob.
I look up at you and I say, "His name's Bob."
I'm the dragon of
You heard it? You can talk to him too?
For narrative sake, yes.
I was gonna say, is it technically an
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do talk to animals like French.
animal? Then yeah.
I am Bob.
Would it be considered an animal and a monster because it's a fucking dragon?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
And he's gonna like start like licking on like both of you. With,
Aw.
like this very
Aw.
like rough, long, like
And the
snake tongue.
we walk
do
in
I
covered
notice
in
in
dirt.
Blood.
We're like
No, he looks
covered in
fucked up.
blood, bruises.
I
dirt.
use my magic
Except
to bring
Bo.
over like
Bo
a
is
big
untouched.
ass
No, my face
like,
is in
roast.
perfect condition other than that scratch.
Scratch,
and set
yeah.
it in front of him.
I'm just like doing one of these.
Yeah, but we all walk in. We're both covered in dirt and blood. Foe's just like beautiful, totally fine.
So you're like standing like in this main plaza still where people are like ripping down all the Baron's stuff. They're like carting off some like the things he's stolen. And this pink tiefling from earlier is like upon you, like, oh, I can't wait to hear the amazing poem you're gonna write about this one.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
I'll turn to phone and be like, "Who the fuck is that?"
They're in town. We're not there.
Yeah.
Oh, are you still in town? I'm sorry. I thought you came to the house.
Yep.
Sorry.
So for the first time in many, many weeks, the clouds break over Calantha, the rain stops, and as the storm ends, out comes a rainbow.
Oh my god, that's so cute!
Free to land. Free to land. Free to land.
Yeah.
So that was Thirsty Sword Lesbians, everybody.
was
Wow.
very fun.
That was so cool.
Yes. What a fun system. I love that it's focused on like relationship building. It's hilarious.
Sorry if I made you uncomfortable.
That was I who did that.
It was odd.
Everybody else was just fucking making up shit.
All right. Thank
There
you,
was dancing
Tyler,
and
so much
smooching. That
for
was about
joining
it.
us as
Happy
our
to be
guest
here.
Yes, thank you so
Yes.
much. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. Well, excited to. We will invite you back. You already know that,
Yeah.
but
You'll be back.
you'll be back.
Maybe
In
for like
many
a
ways.
Halloween game or something.
Yeah, like I said,
Who
alien.
knows? Maybe you'll come back
If
on this
we-
side of the table.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll have to see how the future plans and talk things.
Maybe one day.
One day. I hope you're a good guy.
I do too. Don't look at us like that, Tyler.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed the very gay ending to Pride Month with us. I hope you guys' Pride Month was great. Our Pride Month isn't until next month because our city does things inexplicably strange. But thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you guys next week for the Pokemon giveaway. And with that, junior officers,
Dismissed.
And now I gotta walk over and awkwardly.
Yeah, so we're not dismissed yet. Sorry, you got to stay right there. For
Stay
2
right
more
there for 2 more
seconds.
seconds.
Hold on.
Hold.
on.
Hold.
Patties.
Now go.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.